San Diego, it's time to fire it up. From the beaches to the ballparks, from the Gaslamp to North County, no one knows America's finest city like he does.
You can't just punt on a Manny Machado prime use.
He's a fourth-generation San Diegan, born and raised in the heart of this community. Passionate, opinionated, and always bringing you the real talk on your teams, your city, and everything in between.
Braden totally knows his stuff. He's ready for the next step. That guy is good.
Live and local, it's the Braden Surprenant Show.
But I think Braden's one of the up-and-coming young stars in the media game in San Diego.
Now, here's your host, Braden Surprenant.
What's up, San Diego? And a happy Halloween to everybody out there in America's finest city. I'm Braden Surprenant. This is the Braden Surprenant Show, live and local each and every day from 10 to 2 on San Diego's number one sports station, 97.3 The Fan. This is the best we could do costume-wise. I'm not a big guy that dresses up. I wore a Ghostbusters shirt for you.
The festive show is in today.
It's a Festivus for the rest of us. Huh? Wrong holiday.
It is the wrong holiday, but
What
a
are
good
you
reference
supposed to
nonetheless.
be, by the way?
Someone who actually cares.
About what?
You fill in that blank. It's one of those open-ended costumes.
Oh, my God. You didn't want to wear like a nothing. Like you couldn't like nothing?
Nah, I'm good.
You don't want to dress up like a hot dog? Only a natural casing one.
No, I'm good.
Wow.
Couldn't find the casing.
Frank is dressed up as a depressed Mets fan, and Juan is off and going. Didn't take him long. Not super big in dressing up for Halloween. I will agree with that. The T-shirt game when you get older is a little bit better. I got this on Amazon like 3 days ago. It was super cheap. I'll buy a Ghostbusters shirt. I think that's okay.
Halloween's for kids, man. Let the kids enjoy it.
It is. So Paul was somebody from Kiss.
He got me with that one.
That was pretty. That's a lot of makeup, Paul, to put on at 5 a.m. Do you think he did it before he went to bed? Slept like that? Or do you think he got up extra early and put the makeup on today?
He's getting up early.
Oh, my God. That is super early. What was Woods? Do we know what that was?
No.
We think Ben was Hugh Hefner? They probably said on their show.
I'm sure they did. We don't wake up at 6 o'clock.
I'm not waking up that early.
We love you guys.
It wasn't my week to wake up that early.
Yeah,
No. I had a high school football game last night too. Last night I was like, had the game and then went to, Jelly Roll. That makes a lot of sense because he had the tattoos on his face.
Yeah.
Okay. That's an interesting costume, Jelly Roll. Frank is the Scrooge of Halloween. Well, that's because Sam's not on air. If Sam was on air, he was like, I don't like dressing up.
Oh, yeah, you guys missed that one then.
What?
Sam went off on Halloween.
He did a whole bit on Halloween and how he doesn't like it. He's not a big Halloween guy. I like Halloween. I think it's cool. I think it's fun for the kids.
It's a kid's
I don't
holiday.
need to dress up. Like, I tell you what, I do enjoy Halloween as an adult though.
Oh yeah.
On a Friday, like, sounds good. I'm doing the pass out candy thing tonight. I made chili. We've been doing chili on Halloween for the last, I don't know how many years. So I made chili this morning. I got up this morning. I had to get the chili done because I had to be at work before 9, because I had to jump on the Zoom call with Drake Hills' college class.
Mm-hmm.
So Drake, who joins us at 1:35 today and joins us each and every Friday, Drake Hills, he is an adjunct professor at San Diego State. And so he's got a media class. He's got a sports journalism class. I spoke to his media class today at 9 a.m. on Zoom.
Which I was privy to the final couple
minutes.
minutes.
You got to see the final couple minutes of that. You had all these kids like in their dorm room with like just like half asleep, like every other college kid would. It's got a 9 a.m. I mean, I used to take 8 a.m.s in college all the time because I wanted, for a couple of reasons. One, I was working for the football team and we had practice every day after school, like at 2 o'clock. And two, I'd rather just get all the classes done by noon and then I'm done the rest of the day.
Yep.
I could get up at 7, whatever. And here's the thing. In college, you don't have to like dress up. When I was in college, I'd roll out of bed at like 7:45, 7:50, and I'd walk to class and I'd be walking through that door at 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I would sit there. I'd go through my 8 o'clock class. I'd get through my 9 o'clock class, my 10 o'clock class. And guess what? I was done by 11. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I was done by 11. It was great. My brother, on the other hand, like sleeping in. He started his class at like 2 o'clock. Bro, what? 2 o'clock in the afternoon? That's great. Like Monday through Thursday. Dude, you got a 2 o'clock class or a 3 o'clock class on a Friday, two things. One, you're poor at putting your schedule together, or two, you're an engineer. It's the only other time. They give the engineering students the worst times for classes and labs. My dad's an engineer. He said at San Diego State he had like a 4 o'clock Friday lab. Are you kidding me?
At art class, there was one art class I took for a semester to just get a credit. And that was at 7 at night, 7 to 9 at night.
We used to do Monday night classes. For the football team had Monday night. We wouldn't practice on Mondays, so everybody can knock out a Monday night class. It met once a week, whatever. So I would do that every semester. And the best part about the Monday night class in Central Time was when I was done with said Monday night class, I still had an entire half of football to watch. It's great. Fantastic. Class at 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just rough. I would rather just get rid of the early classes. So anyway, I talked to Drake's class. And it's hilarious. It's on Zoom, right? So you have all these kids in their dorms. All the dudes have like just the nastiest like bed and dorm room.
Mm-hmm.
The girls are like, everything's all neat. And then you get like, of course, in the background, you got some dude's roommate changing in the background. It's like, why is there a shirtless guy right there? Can we? I saw a camera flash immediately. The guy was like, oh. Roommate decided to change behind me. Come on, guys. Let's have some wherewithal, please. Kids obviously in class right now on Zoom.
Let's try not to pretend that he didn't do that on purpose.
I know. Seriously, got some good questions asked, which is great and typical. Anybody have any questions? There's like one kid that always has a question, and then like everybody else. So Drake made like 3 or 4 kids ask questions. Exactly. I get it. I was in college too. I'm gonna tell you right now though, a Friday guest, that's a gift.
Oh yeah.
That is the gift that keeps on giving. A Friday Halloween class where you have a guest speaker and it's on Zoom, which means I get to do it from my dorm. You guys are welcome. That is a blessing right rolling there. That is a blessing. Any teacher that assigns like a test today, though, you're just like the root of all evil. The root of all evil.
Oh, so I'm the root of all evil because we have an assigned test at around 12:45.
We're doing a pop quiz today. What are you, Scraby? I heard they started posting. You told me they started posting like their interactions.
Yes,
off
it's
air.
So good.
I mean, we get to see that firsthand in person.
Gwen and Chris has all new accounts. Like, I believe they're on Instagram now. They're on Twitter now. Follow at Gwen and Chris.
Those are unfiltered too, huh?
Yes, they are.
They don't have any bleeps on there?
No.
So you can actually hear Ello yell at Scraby?
They are hilarious. The one he posted yesterday about the question, one of the questions in Chris vs. the Fans was fantastic. Just those two arguing back and forth and Tony just sitting there cackling like a hyena is fantastic.
You gonna get the read done, Chris?
That one we can't.
We might have to find the audio and then bleep it and then replay it. That's hilarious. That is so funny. I love that. So anyway, I had to get up early to make sure I was like on the Zoom. I didn't want to do the Zoom at my house and then try to book it here. I never would have made it because the Zoom ended at like 9:47. And then I also didn't want to, be doing the Zoom as I'm driving to work. Right? So I had to do that, and I had to make, I had to get the chili going. The chili's going to cook all day. It's a great chili. It's got the ground beef, little chorizo, Frank, a little spice. Kick it up a notch.
Nice, not bad.
Okay, so we'll do that with the chorizo and the ground beef. 3 pounds of ground beef, pound of chorizo into this, vat that I made of chili. I basically made a vat of chili, some onions, some jalapenos, some garlic. Do the tomato sauce, diced tomatoes, some Hatch green chilies, chili seasoning. Mix it up. And you know what? I do put beans in my chili. Even though it's not supposed to be, it tastes better. And so I got some ranch style beans in those things too. And that thing's going to cook all day long. And then when I get home this afternoon, I'm going to put half of it in a Dutch oven. I'm going to put the Dutch oven on the Traeger, no lid, and I'm going to smoke that bad boy for 3 hours. And then get a nice little smoke flavor. It's going to thicken up a little bit more. And so by the time I'm done with everything I got to do, I'm going to go to the Scripps Ranch Del Norte volleyball playoff game tonight. It's a 5 o'clock start. We should have made it 4 o'clock, but that's neither here nor there. At 5 o'clock, when I get back home, that thing's going to be raring to go. Dash of Fritos, some cheese. Going to call it out. That's going to be legit.
I just found that the one with Chris's misread, it is bleeped, actually.
I want to hear it.
Okay.
Do you want to hear it in the next segment?
No, it's only like 30 seconds.
This is why you got to follow Gwen and Chris. This is why you got to follow Gwen and Chris on their Instagram page. It's on their Instagram?
No, yes, it's on their Instagram. It's on their YouTube page as well. Gwen and Chris, spell out and, it's not the ampersand. Gwen and Chris SD is their page. So here it is. This is Scraby provoking Chris Ello.
I just wanted to update everybody on things that are happening here in studio. Chris has already missed one read, so I've written it down. Chris, are you going to be okay with your missed read? Wow. That was not something I expected.
Post that.
I'm going to, because people are going to see what I deal with on a daily basis now. This is insane. And Tony just sits there and laughs all the time. Man, you call a guy out for not doing his job and he tells you that.
That is almost as good as his raining really hard outside. His reaction was kind of the same thing. That is hilarious. Wow. You call a guy out for not doing his job and he tells you that. That's so funny.
I told you guys the best part of this job is what you guys don't hear.
That's a fact.
That is the funniest part of these shows is what you don't hear. And it's not because we won't, it's because you can't. Not on this medium, at least.
You know what you guys wouldn't want to hear? Actually, it'd be nonstop entertainment. Frank and I on an uncensored podcast.
We can't.
Oh my God.
Steven Gutierrez, why can't you do a hot mic for your break during YouTube? Because in order for YouTube to hear it, the radio has to hear it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We can't like siphon audio straight to YouTube.
I mean,
like
we could. It would be on the. I'd have to unmute this. It would come from this camera.
Oh,
and that'd be lousy audio.
Yes.
But that is hilarious. Chris, are you going to be okay missing that read?
F off.
Oh, man. This is the gift. Scrappy's the gift that keeps on giving. We'll get you updated on what's going on in the Padres managerial search. We do know a couple of the finalists have gotten multiple interviews. Sounds like Nick Hundley has gotten multiple interviews. Albert Pujols has gotten multiple interviews. It sounds like it's going to be Ruben Niebla, Nick Hundley, or Albert Pujols for the managerial spot. Ryan Flaherty, maybe is that the other guy that is listed in that group? We're going to talk more about that as the show goes on. We'll let you know if any updates pass on the RotoWire, if you will, on social media. And when we come back, we'll talk about Game 6, Blue Jays and Dodgers coming up tonight. So hopefully we'll see the Blue Jays win the World Series. That'd be great. Did you see? Maybe we got to play the Dan Schulman. I think we got to play the Dan Schulman clip versus the Joe Davis clip about the home runs the other day.
I'll get it.
I wish I could show the video. Jessica Mendoza was so upset.
Oh, she was
so
mad.
upset about the leadoff home run compared to Dan Schulman, who's having a blast. I want to be able to watch that broadcast.
And it was so much fun. The Blue Jays thought it was so much fun. They decided to do it again the next hitter.
They did it only 2 pitches this time. We'll talk about the World Series when we come back on the Braden Surprenant Show, San Diego Summer Sports Station 97.3 The Fan. All guests of 97 The Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We have Aztec football tickets to give away. We didn't give them away yesterday.
Yeah.
So we have
the
them
reason
to give
why.
them away today. They were not in the logger today, right?
No.
All right, so we have to give them away today.
Yeah.
We will have an Aztec trivia question for you in the 1 o'clock hour to win tickets to Aztecs and Wyoming.
You remember when I remembered about those tickets?
After you left yesterday?
No. This morning when I saw we have a ticket, we have San Diego State basketball tickets to give away on Monday.
We have football tickets to give away.
We have football tickets that we were supposed to give away yesterday, today, and then we will have San Diego State basketball tickets on Monday.
Yes. So, in the 1 o'clock hour, you have a chance to win a pair of tickets to San Diego State football against Wyoming this Saturday at Snapdragon Stadium. You can get tickets at goaztecs.com. All right, we didn't get to this yesterday. Blue Jays took Game 5. What was that 6-1? Is that what the final was?
6-1.
6-1.
They're all right there, buddy.
They won 6-1. I had the liner sheet pulled up. They jumped out to a 2-0 lead on back-to-back home runs. No, we don't have any Ohio State tickets, Justin. Sorry. Maybe next week. And I thought it was the calls were great. Everybody's posting the calls now of these home runs. And, like, the thing is, I gave Joe Davis the benefit of the doubt earlier this week. I can't believe I defended Joe Davis, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt earlier this week about the situation at hand. I don't think it's that major of a difference when it comes to the home run calls. It might be slightly. I think we're looking for stuff just because a lot of people hate the Dodgers. Now, that being said, and I want to play Boog Shambi's call. He's doing the games for radio. Him, Eduardo Perez, and Jessica Mendoza. We don't want to play the video, but the video is, we should tweet it out. I saw it on social media. Jessica Mendoza, live reaction, right? They're not on TV. It's radio.
It was going all over on Twitter yesterday.
She looks so PO'd about that home run.
Yeah, she was not happy.
As an employee of the Dodgers. But here's the deal. Like, Joe Davis is the Fox #1 guy. Okay? Like, he is the Fox #1 guy. He's always doing the World Series. He's their #2 for football. But, like, why is Jessica Mendoza doing that? Why do you need 2 analysts for baseball for radio? Why is she doing the game?
Because it's an ESPN bit. That's
what I'm
why.
saying. It's like, why? It's just like, she's obviously very upset about the Blue Jays going back to back. She's like, I mean, she looked miserable on that first pitch home run of the game.
First comment on the video of Jessica Mendoza. She must be a Dodger fan. Incorrect. She's a Dodger employee.
Like, as the analyst role, I'm sorry. She's like SOL at that point in time. Just have Perez do it. And you know what? If you wanted to do the World Series for any other team, any other game, any other teams that are in there, fine. Go ahead. I don't really care. But the reality is, it's like her that told you everything you needed to know about the Dodger broadcasters. And as mentioned before, and Frank brought it up, and it's true, it's hard to, when you cover the team the entire year, to put those differences away. I'm sure people would think Don Orsillo was too much. If the Padres went to the World Series and he was doing the game, he's going to have a little bit more extra juice, especially since the fact that the Padres have never won a World Series. Now, do you have them both ready?
I have Schulman's call and the Shambi call, yes.
Let's get to the Shambi call.
Okay.
Here's what it sounded like on ESPN radio.
11, and Andrew Friedman was their general manager. Snell in year 1 with the Dodgers. We're ready to go in Game 5. Davis Schneider climbs in right side. Snell winds, kicks, delivers. First pitch of the game, driven in the air, left field. That one's back at the wall. Gone! Davis Schneider on the first pitch of the game Last one over the left field wall, and the Blue Jays have taken a 1-0 lead.
Mendoza is just like in a box. She is just in hell.
And Eduardo Perez is like, he's just sitting there, mouth agape, like
didn't say anything. Which he probably shouldn't have at that point. You got to let it breathe a little bit.
We have the
Shulman one too, right? Let's not play that yet. Do we have a Joe Davis highlight of that home run to play after Shulman?
I'll work on that.
I will stall time while you work on that because I want to hear what Joe Davis said. Because Boog sounded like he was excited, right?
Yeah, because he's impartial.
Well, hang on. Stamp of approval. That sounded like MLB The Show. Did it not?
Yes, it did.
It did. It sounded like any other home run you've ever heard that was big. He was excited. Maybe he's a little bit of like, hey, well, Cubs broadcaster don't like the Dodgers. But when the underdog does something good, you get a little bit more excitement out of a lot of broadcasters.
Like I said, my uncle's a Cubs fan. He believes that Shabby doesn't even like the Cubs.
I like Boog. I think he does a great job. I think he's one of the most professional broadcasters. I mean, if I had to rank my broadcast, first of all, Kevin Harlan's the best right now. He's at the top of the game. And I think Boog Shambi's very close. Boog might be him and Vasgersian are my two favorite baseball guys. I mean, it's a shame Matt Vasgersian's not doing the World Series for Fox. Too bad he doesn't work for Fox. That'd be great.
All right, I got both ready here.
All right, so that's the neutral. That's straight up neutral one, right? That's Boog doing it for ESPN Radio. Let's play the... You want to go to the Dodger one next?
I've got Shulman ready.
Let's go Shulman on SN, right? Is that who's doing it?
Sportsnet, yeah.
It's on Sportsnet in Canada. Dan Shulman, who was on this show, is the Blue Jays broadcaster as well as Buck Martinez. Those are the Blue Jays broadcasters. They're calling the game for Canada's broadcast for SN. Here's what Dan Shulman's highlight sounded like.
Game 5 is underway with a fly ball to deep left. Gone! The first pitch of the ball game. And Davis Schneider has hit it out.
That was all no. It was just this one.
What a start.
Well, there you go. You guys wanted your hot mic moment.
There you go. His whole thing, that whole clip is great because he's like that. And then the second one, he goes back in his chair. He's like, drive the left.
Hold on, Luis. It's got to be on the Blue Jays page, which is where I just was. So.
The Blue Jay booth is great. How do I watch that? How do I watch that legally? How do I get that stream? I mean, that was great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But you know what? I thought Boog was more excited. I think Boog was more excited. Now, if you're the broadcaster for Sportsnet, and it's the Blue Jays broadcast, and it's for Canada, who's obviously all rooting for the Blue Jays, I feel like you could be slightly biased.
All right, I got Vladdy's home run ready here.
And here's Vladdy's home run right after Dan Shulman.
And the Blue Jay fans making a ton of noise. And now Guerrero rips one to deep left, and it's gone. And two batters in, they are up 2-0. My, oh my, what a start for the Blue Jays here tonight.
Well, we told you the Blue Jays have responded very well when they're facing some of the best pitchers in baseball, and Blake Snell is certainly in that category. But how about a start? And he's going to do the honors of putting the home run jacket on. Schneider goes deep, and Vladdy goes back-to-back, his 8th postseason home run.
Phenomenal. I still thought like that wasn't
just professional.
That
calls.
was a professional broadcast. I thought, if I had to write, I think Boog was a little bit more excited than Dan was.
Yeah, because we're American, we need to have the whole pomp and show and circumstance.
Okay,
Canadians are cool with just hearing what happened.
Okay, no need to kiss the Canadians' ass, Frank.
Listen, do you see the top of my head bouncing up and down?
I don't know.
Thank you.
Guy really loves poutine, apparently. Big Tim Hortons guy. Anyway.
Phrasing.
Hey, you know what? It's not my fault that they named their fries with cheese curds and gravy that, okay? Get your head out of the gutter, natural casings. Terrible. All right, here's what Joe Davis sounded like on Fox.
Here he comes after going game 5 with a fastball that's hit in the air to deep left field. Call to the track. It's on the first pitch of game 5. Davis Schneider into George Springer's shoes and doing a great impression. How about that? Ready for a first pitch fastball.
It's the one thing I can't stand about the Fox broadcast, and this has nothing to do with Joe Davis. Did you not hear the moment the ball went over the fence?
I heard it with the crowd, yeah. The crowd like drowned out Joe.
Exactly.
You didn't even get to hear Joe get excited.
Every single big play is drowned out by the crowd mics. They have to quickly bring them down.
I like that. I mean, like
That's on every Fox call.
The only thing that's cool about the Fox calls is like with every pitch, he goes, that's what it sounds like in those big games.
Yeah, exactly. That's so they have the field mics cranked all the way up to 11, and then when something big happens, they have to bring them back down quickly.
They got to hire Dave Marcus to help out with the World
Exactly,
Series.
Dave, you're doing a fantastic job.
That's right.
Please go to Fox. Well, I don't want to say that.
Yeah,
I don't want to sound rude, but please go to Fox. Teach them a thing or two or three.
So, I didn't think Joe Davis's call was that bad.
No, it was
that.
fair.
It was.
No, that was a
it
fair
wasn't. He
call.
wasn't like upset about it. That was exciting.
That was a fair call.
Boog had the most exciting call. Dan Schulman's was fun. Joe Davis was good, but it wasn't like. I wouldn't say it was like upset. I don't think he was upset about it. I wanted to do that though. Like, Jessica Mendoza's reaction was absurd.
To be fair to her, it was a roll of the eyes, not a verbal roll of the eyes.
Yeah,
so
you can see her do it. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And Jessica did that, apparently.
In this business, it's called laying out.
That's right. We got Yamamoto and Gossman tonight at 5 o'clock on Fox in Toronto. Game 6. Dodgers trying to force Game 7. Blue Jays trying to win it tonight. We'll talk more about the game tonight, what the Blue Jays got to do to win the World Series, upset the Dodgers, as we continue on the Braden Surprenant Show, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97 through the Fan. 10:38 on Halloween. Frank might try to scare you guys later.
I'm going to. I'm scared myself.
Nightmare fuel. We talked about that last week.
Yes, we did.
Like the games that give you the most nightmare fuel as a sports fan. We talked about that with San Diego sports in general. Some nightmare fuel games. What did you say your nightmare fuel game was? The worst one?
Honestly, probably Beltron in 2006.
Yeah.
Game 7 of the NLCS.
I'm trying to think like Padres related stuff. The nightmare fuel game for me for the Chargers is still the game, the Marlon McCree fumble. I mean, that is just that is the beginning of the end of San Diego Chargers football. Was that play? Nightmare fuel. He holds on to the ball. The Chargers will probably make it to and win the Super Bowl that year, and they're still here.
I mean, it's either Game 7 of the NLCS in 2006 or it's Tom Glavine giving up 7 runs in the first inning in, I think it was 2007 or 2008.
For the Mets?
No, it was 2008. Yeah, it was 2008 against the Marlins because that was the last game at Shea.
James Shields, nightmare fuel. Bartolo Colon walking into the box.
I was there for that. I was sitting with the 7-line army for that.
You know what? That was the beginning of something good. Fernando showed up after that. Thank you, Bartolo. Doing the Lord's work.
Big Sexy's not so big anymore.
That's right.
He's lost a lot of weight.
Is he still pitching somewhere random?
Yes, he is.
Where's he pitching now?
Home, I guess.
That's awesome. You see him on highlights every once in a while.
Oh, it's fantastic.
What do we got? All right, so that's your Mets nightmare fuel. You got any like Islander nightmare fuel or Hofstra basketball or Penn State football, or I guess Penn State football has got to be the UCLA game this year. That is some nightmare fuel.
That's this year. Oh God.
New York Giants nightmare fuel.
For the Islanders, it's not even nightmare fuel because it was a bad loss. It was nightmare fuel because you were cheated. Islanders, it was game 7. I think it was either game 6 or game 7 of the Eastern Conference Final in like 2020. And the Lightning scored a goal where they had 6 men on the ice. And the officials never called it. Other than that, the Islanders most likely would have won the Stanley Cup that year if it wasn't for that.
I think the Padres is like Holiday never touching home plate's one of them. Now, I don't think that team was good enough to win a World Series, but you know what? The team they lost to ended up going to the World Series that year. The Rockies ended up playing the Red Sox in the World Series. That one's up there. I was 3 years old for the first game of game 1 of the World Series in '98 on the missed call in the at bat would have been strike 3, got out of the inning.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be up there for Padres fans. Nate Kading missed the field goal against the Jets was rough. Nate Kading missing field goals in general is nightmare fuel. Nate Kading lining up to kick a game-winning field goal is nightmare fuel for Charger fans. Just in general. Is that number 10 lining up for a field goal? Oh, boy. Here we go.
Boy.
The one against the Patriots was so deep that was ridiculous, but nowadays that's like a gimme field goal. That was like a 50-something yard field goal against the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
That if he makes it, I don't remember if it goes to overtime, if they win.
There was a kicker last night, wasn't there, who kicked a 55-yard field goal 2 weeks ago. He would never played organized football in his life.
It's amazing what these guys could do
Yeah.
nowadays. I mean, like 50 yards is easy. Like 40, anything like 40-yard field goals now are almost like the old 30-something yard field goals. They're almost gimmies. And 50-yard field goals are like 40-yard. I mean, everything has got moved back 10 yards. Got guys like Brandon Aubrey, who's a soccer player that's just out there just destroying the ball on 60-something yard field goals.
You guys at Cathedral have one of those now, don't you?
A soccer player that kicks?
Yeah.
Yeah, Carson does a great job. He's close to making a 50 like in practice. He's still trying to like learn how to kick like football style.
Football style, yeah.
Because he keeps like leaning back on his kicks, like you see, like you know how soccer players like on their free kick, they kind of lean on their kick.
Yeah, you got to lean to get under the ball. But
yeah, he does that, and it's a problem. We need him to not do that. So that's definitely the Nate Kading stuff is nightmare. I could probably think of a lot more Charger nightmare fuel games than Padre ones. Padres blowing a 10-game lead. Losing 10 straight games in 2010, that's some nightmare fuel. Some serious nightmare fuel.
Baltimore Orioles hiring a Boston manager.
Hey, Birdland.
That's a foul on you. That was so forced.
Shut up.
That was so forced.
Yeah,
even though that was forced.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That was forced. Nightmare fuel of Halloween. You know what it is? The scariest mascots that we're going to get to later. When do you want to get to that?
I mean, we're already in the thick of it. We may as well do it now if you want.
We could kind of save it.
Okay, whatever you want to do.
Let's talk about the World Series tonight. Yamamoto going a complete game again, Frank?
No.
Or is now the time that he's going to get tagged?
No. Who do you face? Who do you face in game 2? Is it Gossman also?
I can't remember off the top of my head.
No. It's what we have the interwebs for.
What day was that?
It was game 2.
I know, I understand that. Like I'm trying to find the day of the week. Is that the Saturday? October 25th?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he did. He faced Gossman.
It was Gossman.
Dodgers put up 4 runs in the 7th and 8th inning total. 1-0 lead for the Dodgers at the top of the first. Blue Jays tied it in the third. Dodgers put up 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 8th.
I bet you they won't have Gossman pitch into the 7th inning again.
Yeah.
They've seen him. They both. I don't see them both doing what they did.
No,
again.
neither do I.
They've been seeing this series. Their weaknesses, if they've been looking, have been exposed. I don't see either one of them pitching a shutout through 6 innings again. It's going to be a close game. I genuinely do believe that Toronto wins it tonight.
You think Toronto wins it tonight?
I believe Toronto wins it tonight.
I think we might be getting a game 7.
Their hitters,
tomorrow.
I think Toronto's hitters are too hot right now.
I think the start, like MLB.com's got storylines to watch. Can Yamamoto save the Dodgers? I feel like he's had so much success, it might come crashing down by the amount of times that teams have seen him now in the postseason.
Yeah. He has not been good. Shohei Ohtani hasn't been good. I mean, Toronto stopped pitching to him, but he has not made much of a difference. Now, reports are he is available out of the bullpen tonight. He might be an opener tonight for game 7. Sorry. He will be available to pitch at some point, but he has been mostly invisible this series. Same thing with Mookie Betts. He's been completely invisible this series.
Yeah, Mookie has been bad. And that's kind of the other question too, is what happened to this hyped Dodgers lineup? The regular season featured many, fewer wins than just about everyone had predicted, but this October it started to look like they had discovered their best selves the first couple of rounds.
It's looking like they're showing some age as well.
Yeah, at the worst possible time, they're showing their age. Sure looks like a lot of flaws we saw from April through September begin popping up again. Bullpen is the most obvious one, but let's not forget a lineup that looked quite top-heavy at times. Ohtani is mashing everything, of course. Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez have been solid this series, but everything else has been a mess. Will Smith's hitting .238 with 1 extra base hit. Max Muncy is 3 for 20. Kike Hernandez homered in game 5 magically, but he's got a 200 on-base percentage with 10 strikeouts in 19 at-bats. Tommy Edman is 3 for 21. Alex Call and Andy Pages, who was benched in game 5, are combined 2 for 22. And Mookie Betts is 3 for 23 with no extra base hits and a 361 OPS. He said after game 5, he's been terrible. Has it been the pitching staff of the Blue Jays or the Dodgers showing their age? I mean, a lot of those players we named, they're not old guys. Like Tommy Edman's not an old guy. No. Alex Call's not an old guy. Andy Pa's not an old guy. The old guys are actually doing the job. Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez. Max Muncy's not. Mookie Betts is not. This is kind of the Dodger lineup that we saw against the Padres in the wild card last year, or in the divisional round last year.
Not even that. Earlier this year, their last series.
Their stars haven't really performed too much. Now, Ohtani has, and Freddie Freeman has, but you're starting to see this regression of some of these players in this old team that the Dodgers have assembled. And I think when looking at that extra inning game, that could have been a devastating blow to Los Angeles, having to go through that where, the Blue Jays have some younger stars.
Well, it's not even that. It's also Toronto more or less conceded that game with guys that they took, with some of the certain guys that they took out of that game. You can say they quote unquote conceded the game, but they've won both games after that. And they've looked great doing it. So maybe the strategy ploy of conceding game 3 was the deal. That's what's going to get them over the hump here.
How much does the Toronto crowd play into tonight's game?
Oh, it's going to be massive. Are you kidding? They are going to freak out all night. The Rogers Center is good luck sleeping.
Oh, those hotel rooms.
To anyone in the hotel, good luck sleeping.
$9,000.
Good luck sleeping. Good luck trying to keep any roof panels up. I mean, I hope they don't have drop ceilings. Good luck, because that building is going to be electric all night long. And if it gets to a game 7, it's going to be even crazier. This is the first time the Blue Jays have had this chance in my lifetime. The year I was born was the year they won the World Series. The last year.
93?
Yeah. So they have the entire backing of a country behind them tonight. And 50,000 of them are going to be in that building. It is going to be a raucous crowd tonight in Toronto.
The thing is they have to jump out early.
Yes.
If they can get a run early and get the crowd going, it's going to be great. If the Dodgers score in the first couple of innings and get a little bit of a lead,
that is going to be a problem.
then all of a sudden the rowdy crowd turns into a nervous crowd. And nervous crowds are not great. Don't want nervous crowd, want the rowdy crowd. 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. It's got Kathy in L.A. Kathy, what's going on?
Hey, guys. The Dodgers fans that I work with, they've actually coming to me to calm them down. And it's just like, I'm just looking at them like, why are you guys asking me to calm you down about the Dodgers? Because it's like, I don't care. I really don't care if the Dodgers, I don't care if the Dodgers win. In fact, I want them to lose. In fact, they're wanting me to talk smack because they know I don't talk smack because I feel that it jinxes the other team. So they're trying to get me to talk smack, so I jinx the Blue Jays. And have you seen the prices of some of the tickets? I think some guy spent like 90,000 Canadian dollars to go to this game. Is that real?
I don't know about that. I'd have to go look at the deal. Oh, well, what's the tickets right now? Let's look on SeatGeek or whatever. What the tickets are going for this game. It just seemed like it can't be that expensive, especially in LA, because there's so many empty seats.
Amazing. All right, we are on Ticketmaster through Major League Baseball for tonight.
SeatGeek's got the entry price at it just went down. $989 is the entry price. I'm trying to see if there's like what the most expensive ticket is.
Ticketmaster through Major League Baseball says it's sold out.
Well, yeah, ticket.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure that through their stuff. Why is it doing this? Why is it doing what I think it's doing? There's tickets for there's some expense right behind a home plate are like 13,000. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
My deal has not worked anyway. It's not working now, so that's fun.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh boy, I feel bad for Fox College Football.
Why?
Because they are trying their best to hype up this Penn State Ohio State game tomorrow, and it ain't working.
Well, you know what? It's going to be the only thing people are watching because of YouTube TV.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't have YouTube TV. I was trying to tell my buddies I'm like, hey man, cable is a superior product. It's a superior product, and right now, ESPN is trying to get everybody to buy their app. Their $30 a month app, and they're asking YouTube TV for an outrageous price that YouTube TV doesn't want to pay for the ESPN channels. And now everybody with YouTube TV is going to have a rough college football Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have to go to a lot. And you know what? Good for the local businesses, the local bars.
Yeah.
Good for those people. I would imagine there's a lot of people at YouTube TV that have YouTube TV. They're just cutting it right now.
Yeah, there are.
But how about that? Like the whole streaming thing, I want to get into this. The whole streaming thing to me is crazy. And I remember this when I was in college. I was trying to explain to people about how streaming is not the future because it's not a superior product. It's buffering. You have to go through the internet. And everybody just like, oh, this is so great because it's cheap and I get to pick everything. I'm like, do you think that's going to last forever? That's not how these companies work. Oh, the subscription's only this much. You think it's going to be like that forever? Come on. Should have known better. Millennials ruining it for everybody else. Hey, cut the cord. Look how great it is. No, it's not. I get to watch the games tomorrow. It's great. What's going on?
No, I just saw Paul Feinbaum quote from a couple days ago. I'd like to see Indiana go through the gauntlet that Alabama has gone through in the last 5 weeks. They would not be undefeated.
No, shut up, Paul.
Another hypothetical loss for the Big Ten.
Another hypothetical win for the SEC. This is YouTube TV deal. We're going to talk about that when we come back. Streaming platforms. He's Frank Marchese. I'm Braden Surprenant. This is the Braden Surprenant Show. You're getting called out in the chat. No spooky music during break.
Oh, for God's sake.
You guys see this YouTube TV, ESPN deal? I'm so tired of these things, dude. I don't have YouTube TV, so it's not, I don't have to deal with it right now. But this happens with every, like, you know, it happens with DirecTV, it happens with Cox, Comcast, like all that stuff, right? All these media conglomerates always have like this charging and holding out for like this big contract and then like pressure the consumer into convincing their provider to overpay for the channels that they want to watch, which in Klein raises the prices for everything. But YouTube TV could not put together a package with ESPN and Disney. So all of the Disney channels, which is all of the ESPN channels, are now not on YouTube TV. As Juan says, the mouse has struck again. Here's my thing on the streaming, okay? The only reason why streaming was ever good is because it was cheaper, not because the product was good. It buffers, right? You have to have like really good internet. I mean, they've fixed a lot of those things. You can do stuff in 4K. There are some pros to it. But you know what I hate doing? I hate like logging out and having to go back into another channel. It's just a pain. When I can do it with cable. We had a great product going with cable and satellite. It was direct. It was awesome. It was fast. It was easy to navigate. And it got too expensive. And that's how the product works a little bit, where one entity becomes cheaper and everybody goes to that entity. But in terms of all things being equal, Frank, in terms of money, it's better to have cable than it is to have just the streaming accounts.
I don't like, I've gotten too used to it. I don't like live television being put on these platforms. If you want to make them like your own personal DVR where you where you post entire series, like I've gone.
That's what's good about streaming, like the
Yes.
Netflix, what it started as. But the live TV on that is awful.
Killing it.
Live sports on streaming, awful.
I mean, like, oh God, I've watched like 10 episodes in the last 2 days of Chicago Med. Good show. I enjoy it.
Well, you watch 10 episodes in 2 days. So yeah, I would imagine you probably enjoy it.
And that's in season 4, where there's like 30 episodes a season. But that's fine. That I don't mind. I don't like putting live sports up on these things. Now, sometimes you can get away with it, like Peacock has the British Premier League. Paramount Plus has Serie A. You can, like, that stuff, it's outside other countries. You can't watch it anywhere else. That's fine. But for like domestic, to put games, you can watch a baseball game in 3 different ways now. You can watch it on ESPN Plus. You can watch it on MLB Network. You can watch it on your television. You can watch it on MLB.TV. You don't need all that. Just go with one.
Yeah, I don't like the. I think that's putting MLS behind a paywall.
That's killing their sport. And they
it's
realize
not great. They're just collecting the check though.
No, they're realizing it because
they should be.
They're trying to get out of that contract right now.
Yeah, that's why the Pac-12 never went with the Apple deal and disbanded. The people like my friends are all about like the streaming. Like, well, I can watch my phone. I can do that too with cable. You can literally do that now with like a cable subscription.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, if you have
just sign in.
Yeah, if you have DirecTV, you download the DirecTV app, log in, you can watch television on your phone.
Yeah, Rod, I have all of I have YouTube TV, Apple TV, DirecTV, Prime Video. I have them all, so I don't become a victim of not being able to watch sports. Now you're paying for all this stuff. All of that becomes like basically turns into more than just what the cable used to be. Just hitting the sports package with the cable was like fine.
Augie, no, we don't do that.
No, we don't.
We don't pirate streams. We certainly will not give you websites in the description below to pirate said streams. We will never do that.
I look at the NFL. The NFL's also like they have games on Prime and they have games on Netflix and then Peacock and all this stuff. Like the Christmas games are all going to be on Netflix. Why?
Can you imagine telling your 95-year-old grandfather
God,
who
yeah,
loves
that'd be-
football how to log into Netflix to watch these games?
You saw the Patino. You saw like Rick Pitino have to do it with his son on the Netflix account. They're like
Rick
sharing the
Pitino
accounts.
is not 95.
No. Rick Pitino's a college basketball coach. But my guess would be like, I mean, if I'm ESPN, why would I compete with myself by having things on other platforms when I could just make everybody buy my own and make it ridiculous? And because the thing is ESPN has like most of the major sports. They have almost all of the contracts, and they have overpaid for a lot of different leagues, and they know they've overpaid for a lot of different leagues, and they got to try to make their money back somehow. And it's going to be that app that they came out with. And so now, I highly doubt that ESPN and YouTube TV are going to get some type of contract done by the end of the football season to bring their product back onto the deal. And it always happens in the middle of the season, right? Because they know that that's what people are watching ESPN for. It ain't in the springtime when they don't have college football. It's right now. And it's getting to a point where everybody all these people cut the cord, and now streaming's got all the power. And what did they do? They turned into cable. Now I'm telling you, the pendulum's going to swing back where cable's going to be more affordable than all the streaming, and you're going to see a lot of people go back to cable.
Brandon, wow. Next NFL announcement, NFL on Bumble. If you guys can't find the woman of your dreams, at least you can find the NFL on Bumble. Jesus.
Game coming up on Tinder. No, but that would be like if you got Tinder Plus. That's the only way you could watch the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Live streaming on Tinder Plus. You can swipe through and watch the game at the same time. You guys can match and talk about your favorite team together. That is some crazy S the NFL would totally do.
But if you do match with somebody, you can't watch the game together because that would be Tinder plus fire.
Tinder plus.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to need to pay another $15, $20 in order to watch the game at the same time with this girl that you don't know.
I would imagine everything on social media right now is the whole YouTube TV situation.
I fell on Grindr. Stop
it. Yeah, it's not great for the sports consumer. So like, I feel bad for anybody who's got YouTube TV this weekend. And it's not just YouTube TV; it's going to be something else later. I mean, ESPN is going to start charging a ton for like the other outlets to get people to pay for their app. And it is what it is. There's not much more you can do about that, Frank.
This is why I say what I say. I hate people. I hate people so much.
Just wait for like high school football games to be on there.
Got another Alt 94.9 wine tasting going on over there.
It's beer, dude.
I know.
Wine tasting.
Well, no, it was wine earlier this week.
TRM1. Realistically, it would be on TikTok before that. You're going to start seeing games on TikTok soon.
They already are.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
People live stream themselves reacting to games on TikTok and have the game like below. There are ways that people do that. Like people will pretend they're playing a video game while showing a game on Twitch. There was a guy that was showing it was the Paul Tyson fight. He was like moving a controller along with it, like he was playing the game, but it was the actual fight on Netflix. And he didn't get flagged for it because Twitch is awesome.
Playing a game.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Yeah, that entire the whole YouTube TV thing is ridiculous. It's just a lot of people had it. I have cable. I mean, this is like, and I might be moving soon, and when I do that in town, I'm probably going to be trying to get cable. But to me, like, I don't watch a lot of TV anyway, so like, I guess I would just get the ESPN app, but then I get stuck with the ESPN. That's not going to be $30 a month forever. That thing's going to go up. I wouldn't be surprised if that's like $70. if not $70 or $80 a month in the next 2 or 3 years.
I got the ESPN Disney Hulu bundle. It was like $15. It's doubled since then. It's like $35 now.
I remember I was paying for ESPN Plus like 2 or 3 years ago. Like when I first got it, it was like $4.99 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And you got all the articles and stuff. It was great for show prep. And then you also got to watch all the crazy whatever. All of the like random college games, right?
Yeah.
It made a lot of sense. I think that's up to like $15 or $16 a month now.
For what? Just ESPN?
ESPN Plus, which is different than the ESPN app.
No, I think it's 20.
Is it 20 now? For just ESPN Plus?
I think so.
I don't remember what I'm paying for it. I try to use that as like some work tax write-offs. Did you get the news about the West Coast Conference expanding?
That's a genius idea.
It's a business expense.
Wow.
You didn't think about that, did you?
No, I did not.
You need it for work. You need to watch all these sports for work. You have to access it. It's not your fault that you work in sports media, right?
What a genius.
You've never thought about that? You've never.
No.
That's literally that's why I was like, all right, I'll just add it to the tax thing. It's a business expense.
You genius.
Look at Frank's face. He's like enlightened about this information.
It's like I've had a brain blast.
Rod brings up a good point that I won't say on air. You know what? That's why it's better to watch it at home. We have an update on the West Coast Conference. They've announced a new conference member and what Mark Ziegler had to say about it on Twitter. We'll talk about that when we come back. Braden Surprenant shows Stangus Summer Sports Station 97 through the Fan. This now on 97 through the fans, brought to you by Toyota of Poway, voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer. Buy USA today with APRs as low as 0% and tons of new Toyotas on the ground. No tricks, only treats during the Trucktober sales event happening now only at Toyota of Poway or online at toyotaofpoway.com in the heart of San Diego. We are giving away Aztec tickets in the 1 o'clock hour. Stay tuned for that. We do have some news in conference realignment. The West Coast Conference has announced that Denver is joining the WCC. And from a tweet from Mark Ziegler at 11:02, West Coast Conference adds Denver starting next year. Translation, UCSB and UC Irvine turned it down. That means the West Coast Conference will consist of a bunch of small private schools and UCSD with an undergraduate enrollment of $35,000. 35,000 students, sorry. I was thinking money there again. West Coast Conference adding Denver is interesting to me. I thought for sure like Santa Barbara and Irvine would be interested in that, but Denver is an interesting change-up for the West Coast Conference. That was the latest news that we had on that. I wanted to bring that to attention. Hockey powerhouse Denver. Yeah, they're probably good at lacrosse too. What else does Denver have? Like Denver, you think of Denver basketball? Don't really know too much. I do want to get to this too. I mean, we've kind of put it off, but it's at the same time, it's like a lot of different things that you can go about this. I kind of want to get into this story on the UCLA and the Rose Bowl. Did you see this week?
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, and we
briefly
have the week a little bit later.
The Dallas stuff.
Yeah, the Dallas
the 1 o'clock hour. I do want to talk about that, but the UCLA stuff is interesting on the situation with the Rose Bowl. And I'm trying to find a article without a paywall. Pro Football Talk's got the Pasadena and Rose Bowl situation. Pasadena and the Rose Bowl operating company recently sued UCLA for an alleged plan to break its Rose Bowl lease and move to SoFi Stadium, which, by the way, I find that to be very idiotic by UCLA. UCLA responded on Thursday with a statement from Vice Chancellor of Strategic Communications, Mary Asako. While we continue to evaluate the long-term arrangement for UCLA football home games, no decision has been made. The plaintiffs would say that's more than enough to fuel an effort to get a preemptive ruling that a decision to move would violate a lease that runs through 2044, along with a court order preventing any relocation from happening. Basically, the Rose Bowl has opted to smoke out UCLA to fight proactively in an effort to keep UCLA from concluding that it's better for business to move first and defend a lawsuit later. The litigation, along with the existence of the lease, also should put SoFi Stadium on notice regarding the existence of a business relationship that Stan Kroenke and the company should not attempt to interrupt. If that happens, Pasadena and the Rose Bowl operating company eventually will be suing the Rams owner for tortious interference. So the story is that UCLA is rumored to be looking for a different place to play besides the Rose Bowl. They have a contract with the Rose Bowl through 2044. And I know we have a lot of UCLA alumni here in town. But I look at the situation with UCLA. Like, why do they want to move, Frank? Give me reasons why UCLA would want to move out of the Rose Bowl.
Can't fill the building.
Can't fill it.
A ridiculous amount of time away from campus. Why would
it's a long drive.
Honestly, I haven't been there, but it looks like a rundown piece of garbage. Is what it does.
I haven't been to the Rose Bowl either. I think the nostalgia of the Rose Bowl itself for the Rose Bowl game is huge.
It should be a standalone game. It should be a standalone venue.
I think it should host the national championship every year. If I was the commissioner of college football, I would have the playoff end at the Rose Bowl. All roads lead to the Rose Bowl. All roads lead to roses. I think that should be the tradition in college football.
What a tagline, too. Gave that to them for free.
I know. You're welcome, Mouse.
He's not going to take it, but
he's not going to take it. I just, you know what? Hey, give me ESPN back on YouTube, and you know what? You can use that phrase and make millions off of it, billions. The granddaddy of them all. I mean, that would really prove that it's the granddaddy of them all, right? That should be the deal. UCLA playing there, it looks bad. Right now it looks bad because nobody goes to UCLA games because they suck. And on top of that, students don't go to games. I mean, I think right now in general, like students are going to athletic events in towns where there's nothing else to do besides going to those athletic events. Is that a fair statement, Frank?
Yeah, I would say
I think it's relatively fair. Unless that's the place to be, kids ain't going. And you know what they're definitely not doing? They ain't driving from Westwood to Pasadena on a Saturday. They're not going to do it. Not to watch this UCLA team play. So as much as UCLA being at the Rose Bowl is tradition, I can understand why they would want to get out of it. The problem is, though, for UCLA, is that still technically their best place to play. What is UCLA playing at SoFi Stadium going to do for anybody? It's going to be like corporate. It's going to look stupid. It's going to look stupid. It's just going to be stale. It's not going to be college football. It's just going to be like, hey, look, here's UCLA at SoFi. You think they're going to fill up SoFi Stadium? They're averaging 35,000 people a game at the Rose Bowl. That holds 100,000 people. The SoFi holds like 80,000 people?
I will say, though, 35,000 looks a lot better in a building that holds 50,000 than it does 100,000.
It does, especially with all the tarps UCLA has to put up. How far is the drive from Westwood to SoFi? How much are you saving on that?
No idea.
I mean, I'm not a huge, I don't know. I don't go up to LA enough. Who can make that drive? I mean, if you do I just pull up Google Maps, UCLA, and go directions to SoFi Stadium, like right now, which is not a time that you'd be traveling. It says about 25 minutes. I guess it would be closer. I mean, it's definitely closer than going to Pasadena. I knew that, but you're looking at a drive to the Rose Bowl. Could be upward. Like right now, you would go left. It'd be like 41 minutes, 50 minutes, almost an hour, and it's 26 miles away where they could play at SoFi Stadium. And it's a 25-minute drive, and it's also 13 miles away. Not seeing UCLA play at the Rose Bowl would be a travesty. I mean, I don't know how UCLA is going to fix their sports problems because they got a lot of them. But when talking about the Bruins football, the only thing that's ever going to save them, it would be an on-campus stadium, which would never happen with Westwood. It wouldn't happen with Westwood. They're not going to put a stadium in there. But how about Pasadena jumping in front of it? I mean, the people, the residents of Pasadena voted for to pay for $150 million worth of renovations for that stadium for UCLA and the Rose Bowl. But I can't imagine. I mean, San Diego State right now it's hard for them to retain students for their off-campus stadium, and their off-campus stadium is like a couple trolley stops away for the Aztec students. UCLA is like an hour away, where they can move down the street to SoFi Stadium. I think it'd be a travesty for college football to see him not at the Rose Bowl. But I could see what they're going with this. I don't think they're going to get the same kind of attendance anyway. I think a lot of LA fans or UCLA fans would probably stop going to the games entirely. Saw a couple of people say that on social media. I think it'd be bad for college football, though. I mean, all this it's just constant corporate. I mean, I don't know why they haven't just made this so much it's just make it professional sports with all of the NIL and all this stuff. I mean, people, they're trying to save money, they're trying to make more money, they're trying to keep up with everybody else. UCLA out of the Rose Bowl. I mean, I would imagine a lot of UCLA alumni would probably be really upset about that if UCLA decided to move to SoFi Stadium. It's great news for Kroenke. And then the Rose Bowl would just be basically there to host just one game a year, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. But at the same time, I think it might be bad for college football to have UCLA move out of the Rose Bowl. So the Rose Bowl is getting after it early in this to prevent this from happening. 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. Want to mention that this hour is brought to you by Toyota of Poway, voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer by USA Today, with APRs as low as 0% and tons of new Toyotas on the ground. No tricks, only treats during the Trucktober sales event happening now only at Toyota of Poway or online at toyotapower.com in the heart of San Diego. When we come back, we'll take a look at some players that might be able to help the Padres out in the free agent market. We'll get your phone calls, and we'll also get to the sports thread. Looks like they are making a change at athletic director for LSU. We'll talk more about that when we get to the sports thread when we come back on the Braden Surprenant Show, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. August 97th to the Fan. Join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We will be giving away Aztec tickets in the 1 o'clock hour after we talk about Aztec football against the Wyoming Cowboys. They'll be coming up at 12:35. Aztec football, one of the favorites to potentially make a college football playoff spot out of the Mountain West Conference if things kind of go their way. In the American Conference, they got to keep taking care of business. They'll try to do that again tomorrow. Game at 4 o'clock tomorrow at Snapdragon Stadium. 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We're going to talk more college football later on in the show. We're going to get to our NFL whip around later on in the show. We're going to get to our sports thread coming up this segment. But do you want to get to your phone calls? Let's get out to Kevin in Chula Vista. Kevin wants to weigh in. What's going on?
Well, UCLA actually played in the LA Coliseum from 1928 to 81. So, they did, I think, okay at that period of time. Then they decided to go over to the Rose Bowl because they didn't want to partner up with USC, obviously. So, I agree with you, Braden. I mean, going back to SoFi, basically it's a 12-mile drive from Westwood down to SoFi, maybe a little bit less to downtown. I don't know where LA Coliseum is. But the bigger problem for UCLA is at this point, and we've said this before, they need to understand and realize and accept, and all UCLA grads, alum out there, listen closely. You're going to do nothing in the Big Ten. It's already started. You've gone into what will be a long spiral downward. You need to get in touch with the Pac-12 and come back. There's nothing holding you to the Big Ten that's going to benefit you ever. You're not going to win that conference ever. And you won't get close to it in basketball ever. So I don't know what they're waiting for, but they need to have some smelling salts and some reality in downtown Los Angeles or up in Westwood, because where they're headed right now is to the end. They're dropping off a cliff. And it's their fault at this point because they think they're bigger than they are, and they're not.
That's 100% true, Kevin. I appreciate the phone call. That's what all those schools that moved thought. They're the biggest thing ever because in their conferences before, they used to be the big thing. And when you add yourself for $100 million a year to these other conferences, thinking you're the big dog, you're signing up for failure. Just look at Nebraska. What has Nebraska done since joining the Big Ten? What have they done in anything besides volleyball? Now, Nebraska volleyball was going to be good regardless. But you look at Nebraska football and the history of Nebraska football. They joined the Big Ten Conference in 2010. In 2010, they joined the Big Ten Conference. Since joining the Big Ten Conference, they haven't really been able to do really much of anything. Have they even become close to winning a championship game of the Big Ten? No. They went from being what was a national power in college football to being basically irrelevant. And just like an irrelevant football team, they're just another team. It's just like there's nobody that sticks out in terms of like Nebraska football anymore. Nobody's getting excited to watch Nebraska football. When they joined the Big Ten, they've basically signed up to not being relevant anymore in college football. The records in the Big Ten have been okay. When they first started in the Big Ten back in 2011, they were still built on that Big 12 team. 9-4, 10-4, receiving votes in the AP Top 25. They went 9-4 again, 9-4, 6-7 in 2015, 9-4, and then 4-8, 4-8, 5-7, 3-5, 3-9, 4-8, 5-7, 7-6. Right now they're 6-2, and the highest they've been ranked is 25 in the AP Top 25. If you look at the last 5 years, Nebraska football has been ranked as high as 22, and that was in 2024. They finished 7-6. They went 3-6 in conference. I mean, just look at the conferences. Just look at the conference records. Their best year was their second year in the Big Ten. They went 7-1. This is what they've done in the Big Ten conference football, like in conference play. 5-3, 7-1, 5-3, 5-3, 3-5, 6-3, 3-6, 3-6, 3-6, 3-5, 1-8, 3-6, 3-6, 3-6, 3-2. They might lose their next 4 games and be consistently 3-6. Nebraska before that was in the Big 12 championship game. You can't tell me that they didn't do anything 10 years prior when they were ranked as high as 5 in the country in the Big 12 in their last year in the Big 12. They went 10-4, went 10-4 the year before that, went 9-4 the year before that. Had a couple of lulls, but the 10 years prior, they were ranked in the top 10 in the AP almost every year. You look at the early 2000s, they were ranked as high as 2 in the country in 2001. They were actually accomplishing a lot at Nebraska. They joined the Big Ten. It was a disaster. You can't even say the same thing about UCLA. When's the last time UCLA football was good? It had been a while. They've been decent, but they've never been like his world beater team. But they signed up, and this is for football. All these moves were for football. They signed up to not be competitive in college football anymore. Just like I believe Oklahoma and Texas signed up to not be competitive in football anymore. It's still early on after leaving the Big 12, but I'm telling you, it's going to start falling out. The schools that went from a power conference to another power conference have failed miserably. The schools that have been upgraded from a group of 6, group of 5 conference to a power conference, they have been rewarded. The Utahs of the world. Utah joining the Pac-12. TCU joining the Big 12. BYU joining the Big 12. I mean, look at the teams at the top of the Big 12 right now. Cincinnati, Houston, BYU. I mean, these are all teams that have been added. Then you get upgraded, it works out. When you make a lateral move, it doesn't. You sign up to never win. But they got the $100 million. They got the $100 million a year. I agree with Kevin, too. Ain't never going to win in basketball either. And their basketball team's good. But they're signing up for failure, having to fly cross-country for all their conference games. It doesn't make any sense. The only team that's still surviving right now is Oregon, and they got Nike backing them. And you wonder why people aren't going to the UCLA games anymore. 833-288-973, 833-288-973. Gary and UTC, you're on the Braden Surprenant Show. What's going on, Gary?
Hey, good morning, Brent. Good to hear you, and a good show. I agree with Kevin and you completely. I just remember, it seems that I might be close to Kevin's age or something like that, but I just remember when Nebraska was always tangling up with teams in I think it was the Big 12, Oklahoma. They in 71 and 72, it was the game of the century 1 and the game of the century 2. And that might be a lifetime ago. People don't even remember stuff like that, but that's how powerful that particular conference was at one time. UCLA always seemed to be on the tip, just behind. They were always behind USC. Anyway, Braden, great show. Great listening to you. Thanks. And I'll take your comments off the air.
Appreciate it, Gary. That's what these schools sign up for. Now, here's the other thing that has to be in play here is it's the arrogance of the academic world that really makes a lot of these moves. Because UCLA doesn't want to be in the same conference as San Diego State or Fresno State or Washington. Like, none of those schools. They don't. San Diego State's actually made themselves better by becoming a research institute. They're in the process of doing that. I don't know if they're there yet, but I know they're in the process. It's only a matter of time. And now all of a sudden they are a higher tier academically. But UCLA and USC need to swallow their pride and realize that what they signed up for is going to be a catastrophic disaster. It is. It's going to be a disaster. If you can't win in any of these sports, at least the ones that are important that make money, then what is even the point of being in some of these conferences? You're just setting yourself up for failure. And we've only seen 2 years of UCLA in the Big Ten. They went 5-7 last year, 3-6 in conference. They're 3-5 this year, 3-2 in conference. They had a little bit of a spark after they parted ways with their head coach. But I'm telling you right now, UCLA football is not trending in the right direction. That's averaging 35,000 people at their games. I mean, that is just so bad. But as Kevin mentioned, it's true. These schools did it to themselves. Their arrogance is going to ruin their sports teams. And this is the mess that it is college athletics. Speaking of a mess that is college athletics, let's get to today's sports thread.
You know that group chat? The one that's always blowing up with the biggest sports takes, debates, and breaking news?
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me?
Yeah, we've got that too. Welcome to the Sports Thread, where we break down the top 5 stories in sports, just like you would with your crew.
Oh, no! Disaster! What a bad idea!
No filters, no silence, just real talk. Brought to you by QC Kinetics. Stop sitting on the sidelines. QC Kinetics gets you back in the game without surgery. To learn how, visit QCkinetics.com.
All right, Frank. What do we got today on the sports thread? We got that LSU story, do we not?
Yeah, Louisiana's a mess here to start off with.
Number 1.
Scott Woodward is out as LSU athletic director. The school announced last night, just days after the Tigers fired head coach Brian Kelly amid a 5-3 season. Verge Osbury, the executive deputy athletic director, will be the interim AD at LSU right now. LSU's Board of Supervisors chair, Scott Ballard, said, we thank Scott for the last 6 years of service as athletic director. He had a lot of success at LSU, and we wish him nothing but the best in his future. Our focus is now on moving the athletic department forward and best positioning LSU to achieve its full potential. LSU held a news conference earlier today. Woodward drew the ire of Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry, which we discussed yesterday, who publicly criticized him multiple times this week in a news conference Wednesday. Landry said that Woodward would not be hiring LSU's next head football coach. There is a lot that you have to look at here with this. Woodward, on their last 2 coaches, firing them early has cost the university over $100 million.
Yes,
in these firings. So yeah, I think it's a justified firing at this point, especially for a state university.
Did he get fired from A&M or did he just leave A&M?
I don't know.
But yeah, he's cost multiple universities tons of money. Just by these hirings. I still think they're like a quick trigger on things when it comes to hiring coaches. What's Penn State going to do, by the way? Like, Matt Rule was one of the candidates potentially. He signs an extension with Nebraska. Cignetti signs an extension with Indiana. And what was the other?
They're looking at Notre Dame's head coach.
Why would he leave Notre Dame?
Exactly.
It's just like these schools think that you could just fire the coach and you're going to replace him with Nick Saban. And everything's going to be turned around immediately, and then it doesn't. And then in 2 years, you end up firing the guy anyway. And now you're like racking up all of this money of all of these buyouts that you have. I'd love to see the Fangraphs roster research page for college football and all the dead money that all of these colleges are paying to former coaches.
You can't look at a coach firing a coach mid-season like it's going to change something mid-season. It's not, because you're most likely going to have an interim who's going to be just preaching the same thing that the previous coach was preaching, just in a different way, because you're already in the season. And what are you going to change that's going to make any sort of impact? And you're seeing that now with the Miami Dolphins, who let their general manager walk and are most likely to fire Mike McDaniel at the end of the year. They said they're not going to fire him during the season. The only time you fire a head coach during the season if you cannot stand to be in the same room with the guy. Losing 2 or 3 games in a college football season, especially in a conference like the SEC, where you're going to lose 2 or 3 games every single year, even the best teams do, that's not an excuse to fire a guy.
The problem is the SEC schools don't lose that many times. That they have made it so easy for themselves with the scheduling that they've had in the past years of just relying on the SEC and everybody winning, 8 games a year, 9 games a year, 10 games a year, that they think that they just play at this high standard. But the reality is it was all smoke and mirrors to begin with.
UCLA interim changed things because UCLA had nowhere to go but up at that point.
Number 2.
In the wake of the NBA betting scandal, the league and its partner sportsbooks continue to review what types of bets are most vulnerable to manipulation and how much bettors should be allowed to wager on such bets. Before the season, the NBA identified missed free throws, fouls, and turnovers as types of wagers susceptible to manipulation and asked its partner sportsbooks to not offer these bets. FanDuel and DraftKings told ESPN that they had agreed to the NBA's requests. FanDuel did not offer such wagers in past seasons. DraftKings had offered in-game betting on players making missed free throws, but those offers are no longer available. The discussions, which are ongoing, also includes what limits are appropriate for wagers that are the most vulnerable to manipulate. Sources said betting limits on player prop bets are typically lower than on the point spreads of a game, for example. This all sounds like stuff that should have been common sense and put in to begin with.
People don't have common sense. With my experience with people, they just don't have any common sense. They think outside. They're just dumb.
Something as common as common sense, people don't have it.
People, nobody's got it. It's amazing to me how dumb people can be. But yeah, the betting thing is like, oh, now we're worried about some of these bets. Like, come on. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And right now, society plays a lot of stupid games.
Yep.
Number 3.
The NCAA announced Thursday that it will implement player availability reports for the 2026 men's and women's basketball tournaments in March. Teams must submit their availability reports to the NCAA the night before their game and again 2 hours before tip-off, according to a news release. These reports will be made available to the public. Players will be assumed to be available unless designated or questionable or out. Unless designated as questionable or out, according to the release, inaccurate reporting might result in penalties for the school. What other reason could they possibly be doing this for other than linking to the previous story on this list?
I mean, we know what this is about. This is about gambling. That's what this is about. The Big 12 was having an issue with like schools finagling their injury reports where they're listing all of these players as questionable. Mm-hmm. And there's only been 2 schools that have actually done it legit in the Big 12. And we're going to do the same thing for the NCAA tournament. Why are we doing it? NCAA tournament is one of the biggest gambling month ever in college and in all of sports. Everybody fills out a bracket. Everybody's in these bracket pools. You don't think there's a lot of money getting put down on these NCAA tournament games? That's what that's for.
Because, Braden, why have a money when you can have all money?
That's right.
That's what it comes down to. It's as simple as that.
Number 4.
Billionaire businessman Mark Walter was unanimously approved as the new majority owner of the Los Angeles Lakers by the NBA Board of Governors on Thursday. Walter then immediately closed on the sale of the franchise from the Buss family at a $10 billion valuation. Walter now has one of the most valuable collections of professional sports franchises in the world. In addition to owning the Lakers, he is a controlling owner of the Dodgers as well as the LA Sparks for the WNBA. His TWG Global Investment Group owns tennis's Billie Jean King Cup, the Cadillac Formula One team, and the Professional Women's Hockey League. He is also part owner of Chelsea FC in the Premier League. How many toys can you have?
Guy's got a lot. Let's see what his yacht collection looks like.
Jesus.
New owner of the Lakers. Wow.
$10 billion.
It's a billion empire over there. NFL Whip Around, Week 9, when we come back. New lunchtime hour on the Braden Surprenant Show.
San Diego, it's time to fire it up. From the beaches to the ballparks, from the gas lamp to North County, no one knows America's finest city like he does.
You can't just punt on a Manny Machado prime use.
He's a fourth-generation San Diegan, born and raised in the heart of this community. Passionate, opinionated, and always bringing you the real talk on your teams, your city, and everything in between.
Braden totally knows his stuff. He's ready for the next step. That guy is good.
Live and local, it's the Braden Surprenant Show.
But I think Braden's one of the up-and-coming young stars in the media game in San Diego.
Now, here's your host, Braden Surprenant.
What's up, San Diego? Happy Halloween to everybody out there in America's finest city. This hour on 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by Toyota Poway, voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer by USA Today. With APRs as low as 0% and tons of new Toyotas on the ground. No tricks, only treats during the Trucktober sales event happening now only at Toyota Poway or online at toyotapoway.com in the heart of San Diego. This will be the final day where you can qualify for a chance to win a trip for two to see Jerry Seinfeld in Las Vegas. We're going to be doing that at 12:35. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. We'll have a Halloween candy question today. Later on in the 1 o'clock hour, we'll be giving away Aztec tickets. So a lot of giveaways here in the next 2 hours. Got a lot of football to talk about here in the next 2 hours. Talking about high school football, college football, the NFL, all of it. We'll keep you updated on anything we might hear about the Padres managerial search. It sounds like we're down to finalists of Albert Pujols, Nick Gunley, and Ruben Niebla, and potentially one more candidate. Since that information has been released, it has been all quiet on the Western Meadow front. It's been crickets, Frank. We haven't heard anything. I haven't seen anything. Maybe Jocelyn will call in for the midday sports standoff. What's for lunch, Rod? Juan says he's having a pulled pork sandwich. How about that? Or is he just trolling Rod for the whole Phil's barbecue thing that he pulled a fast one on Nate for in the chat? You ever take Nate to Phil's yet, Rod? Come on, man. Come on, man. What am I going to have for lunch? That's even better question. I got chili for dinner. I can't wait. No, Jocelyn, you have some time. You can wait till 12:30. You don't want to wait on hold too long.
Call it 12:40.
Let me ask you this on the, all right, adult Halloween before we get to the whip around. Are you going to hand out candy tonight?
A whip around on an adult Halloween? Never mind.
Can you lock in for like 2 seconds, please?
No, I cannot.
Can you lock in? Phrasing?
Phrasing?
Jeez. Anyway. Let me ask you this. Since you don't go, I mean, it would be incredibly creepy if you went trick-or-treating. Instead of going trick-or-treating, once you get to the age of being an adult, do you pick out of the bowl that you're giving to the kids, or do you buy yourself your own candy?
I'm not a big candy person, if I'm honest.
Well, you're allergic to all the good ones anyway.
Yeah, exactly. My parents bought the bag of death. The only thing I can have out of it are the Kit Kats.
They have the Almond Joy one.
No, it's the Snickers, Milk Duds, Milky Ways, like that kind of stuff. If I do, I just take whatever's left that I can have. If there is leftover candy, then I'll pick at it.
I'm gonna get myself some candy on the way home because I'm going to the volleyball game tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Division I quarterfinals. I think so. Quarterfinals, Division I quarterfinals. Scripps Ranch and Del Norte.
Tootsie Rolls are good.
Yeah, I don't really like Tootsie Rolls too much. I'll give them to Jocelyn.
You can't have too many though. Like 1 or 2 Tootsie Rolls are fine. Or if it's like the long, thin one, that's about all you can max out on. Now you're doing it. Now you're doing it.
It's a long Tootsie Roll.
Phrasing?
It's gross. I might pick up my own candy. King size Reese's. That's right, Brenton Ford. Wait till tomorrow, then it's half off.
Exactly right.
Just don't be the guy giving away don't be the people that forgot about the candy and they're like found some in your dry storage unit.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, it's last year's candy. It's okay. Protect kids from that. I've seen you always got to protect the kids from when people put weird things in candy, right? I saw one the memes that come out today are hilarious. Protect your kids from potentially getting Titans tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will do the same thing. And McKee 23. She's like, we got candy, water, and adult beverages and the World Series on the garage TV. We'll be doing the same thing. Candy, water, adult beverages, and the portable TV outside in front with the World Series on. That's how you do Halloween right there. That's why I was rooting for the Blue Jays even more than I already was in game 3 or 4, whatever it was, to make sure there was a guaranteed game 6. Because I needed to have a game on tonight for Halloween. I'm sure there's some college games on today. We got some college football on today?
I'm sure there's got to be.
There's got to be something crazy. We got Bill Belichick on tonight? Is that legit? Is that true?
Let me see. Hold on.
Looking up. Yeah. Bill Belichick at the Carrier Dome, which is now the JMA Wireless Dome in Syracuse, New York. North Carolina at Syracuse, Memphis at Rice, and Sam Houston at Louisiana Tech. Oh, my. That's going to be great. I think one of the neighbors, my mom's on the Halloween committee for the neighborhood, whatever that is. There's a lot of committees for things. And so one of the neighbors made it it's basically like a beer pong game for the kids to play. It's a bunch of cups laid up and you know how beer pong works. Yeah. But instead of there being beer in there, there's going to be In-N-Out gift card. In-N-Out cool. Voucher. That's some candies creative. And whatever. And I might have to monitor that one.
That's actually a really cool idea.
Yeah.
A different
mix it up. Yeah.
Really
little mix up for different things to keep the kids entertained. So I might be doing that tonight. So anyway, you don't really like candy. You said Tootsie Roll. What if you had to have you can only have certain things anyway.
Yeah.
What's your favorite candy? I know you can't be down in any Payday bars.
I do like Airheads are good.
I love Airheads.
And I also love gummy bears are so good.
Gummy bears. Don't tell me you're the
sour worms. I love them.
Don't tell me you're the dumb kid that puts gummy bears on ice cream. You ever see those gummy bears at ice cream place?
I will every now and again, and then
why?
I remember why I don't usually do it, because by the time I get to them, I'm biting into a literal brick.
Rocks. Gummy bears are good.
I'll do it every
Don't be the
now and
psychopath that puts gummy bears on ice cream.
I'll do it every now and again, and then I remember quickly why I don't do it all the time.
Why? Cold Stone? Why would you ever have gummy bears? You're basically just making them rocks as they go because you mix it on the Cold Stone.
You're setting yourself up for failure if you're if you're asking them to mix. Because at least if you do it at a frozen yogurt place, you at least have the ability to lay them on top. You know where they're going. Cold Stone, they're going to mix it in, and you're going to bite into a landmine at one point.
David Vu loves gummy bears. Gummy bears on the side, so scoop the ice cream and then gummy bears afterwards. That's just a gummy bears fan.
That's fair.
It's happened to me a few weeks ago. Put Reese's Pieces M&Ms on ice cream. Bit into that. It tasted like a pebble. It wasn't a bad M&M. It was part of my tooth that just cracked.
Oh my!
Now it has
God.
a crown.
Wow.
No. There are certain candy you cannot mix in ice cream.
Correct. Gummy candy is that.
Reese's Pieces, probably not a great call.
One of the toppings that we had, I used to work at a yogurt store.
Did you really?
Yeah, that no longer exists now.
Hey, you know what? You're like me.
It was a self-serve.
What? It was a self-serve. What did you actually? Did you just fill up the toppings thing?
No, we pretty much just filled up.
How many people would tip you, by the way?
Not many.
Why would they? What are you doing?
Exactly.
They're doing all the work.
It's stupid. Exactly.
He's like, yeah, please, sir. May I have some more?
We had some wild toppings. One of them was the New York cheesecake bites.
Oh, those are great.
Animal cookies.
Yep, those are on there. Those probably break your teeth.
Not the animal crackers.
The frosted ones.
The circus animals.
Yeah. The frosted ones. The pink and white ones.
No, it doesn't exist anymore. There was one. It does not exist anymore. I think there's a Weight Watchers in there now, ironically enough. Lychee was one of them. Like we had like a whole fruit
those.
station. We had like a whole fruit station. We had mochi. That was a good one. That was where I
You know what,
tried
like-
mochi for the first time.
You know what? Like my dad puts on frozen yogurt. I think I spell them wrong every time. They're like, what are they called? Carob chips?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are carob chips? Because they look
they're just
like chocolate chips,
Yeah,
but they're
they're
not.
just like chocolate chips, aren't
Carob chips are a chocolate substitute made from dried, roasted, and ground pods of the carob tree.
they? There you go.
That's what they are. Carob chips. Not chocolate chips. Carob chips. He puts those on yogurt. It's just fake chocolate.
He wants the chocolate taste. It
Without
just
the
doesn't-
chocolate?
Yeah, exactly. He wants the chocolate taste without the side effects of chocolate.
Carob chips. I don't know about that. Reese's aren't cold, neither are the gummy bears. If you put gummy bears on ice cream,
if you put gummy bears in ice cream,
they will freeze.
Exactly.
And they will get crunchy.
Yes, they will be hard as a rock.
Reese's Pieces also would turn into a heart of a rock. It's mixing it with the ice cream, not just having them normal, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah. I had a question for you on the self-serve yogurt place.
Go ahead.
And I forgot what it was.
That's helpful.
So you. I was going to say, like, how many people? Nobody would tip you, right? Was it based on weight and stuff too?
Yes, based on weight.
What was the heaviest that you saw?
Oh God, I don't remember, dude. This was high school, man.
What a great place to work in high school.
It wasn't because it was for my mom.
No, your mom owned the place?
No,
Oh.
no, she ran it.
Oh, she used to run it.
Yeah, she ran it for a friend that owned it.
Frozen
Then
yogurt
they sold
places are great when you get to do your own toppings, because then I'm basically just eating toppings with a little bit of yogurt on the
Yeah,
side.
exactly.
I haven't been to the one that's great in East County is the Yogurt Mill. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
Didn't take very long for that one to pop up.
Cake batter was my favorite.
Cake batter's great.
Cake batter's amazing.
That's a top notch one. That's like a better vanilla. The Yogurt Mill in El Cajon has been there for so long. I can't tell you how long it's probably been there. It's been there longer than my life. It's been there when my dad was a kid growing up in El Cajon. But the best part about it, have you ever been to Yogurt Mill? Do you know what it looks like?
No, I do. I know I've not.
It used to be, I don't know what it used to be. The East County people could tell me. I think it used to be like some type of Italian place.
Okay.
Because the Yogurt Mill has a gigantic Leaning Tower of Pisa above it. It makes no sense for the yogurt. It's been like that forever, though. So, it's iconic. But the Yogurt Mill, look up Yogurt Mill El Cajon and see if they show a picture of it. It is a gigantic Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's great.
No, Corey.
Look at it. Look it up.
Hold on, Corey. Time out.
Corey is
Griffiths-
not getting it right now.
No, when you put gummy bears on or in ice cream, they get cold.
Yes.
And you're not going to eat the entire thing of ice cream in a femtosecond.
Mm-hmm.
So the ones that are closer to the bottom or the ones that are surrounded by the ice cream have time to get super cold and possibly freeze. We're not saying putting frozen gummy bears on the
they
ice
slowly
cream.
start
No,
to freeze as you eat the ice
They
cream.
slowly work.
Yeah, Yogurt Mill. Have you looked at a picture of it yet?
I have not. No, because I was explaining
the frozen.
I was explaining the
right.
frozen gummy bear gimmick.
Look at the yogurt.
The
look
cheesecake bites.
You're
Are
gonna love it.
fantastic.
You got to go to the Yogurt Mill just so you can see the gigantic Leaning Tower of Pisa. I mean, it's not bigger than the Leaning Tower of Pisa, obviously, but it makes yeah. Somebody from East County, tell me what that place used to be. It's been a long time.
Oh, my people.
Guess who's driving out to Yogurt Mill this afternoon? Frank Marchese.
Guess who just got a new date idea? Jeez.
Yeah, the Yogurt Mill. What a spot, huh?
That is it right there.
There you go. Looks like a Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's great. I don't know what it
Looks good though. I'll give
Yeah.
it. Why is there just a random picture of some person's living room in the pictures?
What do you mean, like the inside of the place?
No. I clicked on the pictures for the Yogurt Mill, like the
Yeah.
review pictures,
Mhm.
and look over here. There is a picture literally of some dude's living room.
You know what? Yelp, dude. The other thing too is the sizes are gigantic.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
Do you see that?
Yes,
the large.
I'm seeing that. It looks incredible.
That looks like, what is that? 40 something ounces.
Okay, people, if you're gonna post pictures on Yelp,
It was a pizza place.
don't post pictures of your kids like mid-bite where they have the most awkward looking face.
Stop
it. Don't post those pictures.
Wow, this guy had now I'm hungry for yogurt. Do I have time to drive out to El Cajon today? No, I do not. I do not have time to drive out to El Cajon today.
That's another one. Reese's M&Ms.
That sounds dangerous for the teeth.
Those cheesecake bites look so good.
Okay,
my goodness.
We gotta lock back in. We gotta lock Frank back in. We put him down to 10. He got excited. He got excited about the Italian looking yogurt.
You're the one that did it. It's your fault.
You had to see it. It's a cash only place too, Frank. Better get your cash out.
That sucks.
Yogurt Mill is the GOAT.
I mean, I know why they do it, but seriously, my favorite place, Bronx Pizza, is cash only. Please.
They don't want to pay for the credit card thing. That's fine.
No, I understand that. No, I understand why it is, but it's so inconvenient.
Get Creek chicken and then Yogurt Mill, the ultimate El Cajon trip.
Either bring cash or pay $5 to use our ATM machine.
Mm-hmm. Got to lock Frank back in. When we come back, we're going to talk about the NFL and not yogurt, frozen yogurt, or candy to put on your yogurt that's going to break your teeth. Gummy bears. Don't be a psychopath.
We still got the scariest mascots to get.
That's always great, too. Who knows what we're going to talk about next? Scariest mascots is a scary look.
But you are going to want to be on the YouTube chat for this one.
Yeah. We're going to come back with that. So we're going to go to break. And if you're listening,
give you guys 5 minutes.
Jump in on YouTube,
onto the YouTube stream
and take a look at these mascots that are horrifying. We'll talk about that when we come back in the Braden Surprenant Show. Saturday Summer Sports Station 97 through the Fan. We're going to be giving away Aztec tickets in the 1 o'clock hour for their football game against Wyoming coming up tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Should be a fun time. All guests on 97 to the Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with the crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Mike Swing, are you okay over there?
Yeah.
Are you choking on crackers?
Yes.
They're not like the super lame crackers that Chris eats, right?
No, they're Ritz.
Okay. They actually have flavor then.
Yeah.
Does he eat those rice crackers?
I believe so.
I gotta say, like, every time I've worked with Ello, the diet is odd to me. Especially his because the guy's a food. He's a foodie. He likes good food, but he knows that he doesn't want to be like big, and so he goes on his diets. And when he goes on his diets that are not involved with his SD fat loss diets, he used to eat some interesting things on a diet.
Yes.
I remember because he used to bring his meals to the press box.
Most of which we would find sitting around the microphone when we would come in to do Padres.
He would do like almonds.
Yes.
He loves his almonds. He has his rice crackers that he'd eat. Those like super thin ones.
Mm-hmm.
But then he used to do like these turkey wraps. He'd like wrap turkey in this egg wrap. And I'm like, bro, I think that needs to be refrigerated. But it was like an egg wrap and he'd roll it up with the turkey, like mustard or something. That was it. And I'm like, bro, he's like, I thought it was miserable. And then he would like try to live vicariously through me. He's like, can you put mayonnaise on your hot dog? I just want to see somebody eat a hot dog. I'm like, no?
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It's hard like that. Today's a good day to cheat on stuff, though.
It is.
It's a good day to cheat on that stuff. All right.
Not a good day to cheat on costume design, though.
No, and we were kind of lame in terms of our like overall costume stuff.
What do you mean?
Ben and Woods had
festive
some
show.
Yeah. I have at least a Ghostbusters shirt on, okay?
Mine's red.
What does that mean?
For the blood?
For the blood. It's like a maroon. It's not really red.
Well, listen,
It's dried blood.
I got a needle yesterday.
No, I
I
don't
can
need to
tell
see that.
you.
I'm gonna pass out.
I
Don't
can
do
tell
that.
you that they're similar colors.
Stop trying to make something out of it. I would have believed like professional bowler or something. You look like
No,
a
I
character.
need the
Maybe you're a
other shirt
character.
for
Maybe
that.
you're a character. You know what you look like with that shirt?
Mhm.
You look like the and the glasses and everything. You look like the bad guy from Toy Story 2. You know the guy? It's like I can't believe I got to drive to work. The guy that wears the chicken suit that Newman plays. I can't believe I got to drive all the way to work on a Saturday. He goes across the street. You know who that guy is? What's that guy's name?
I've lost a considerable amount of weight.
You have.
And
you look like a skinny version of him.
I actually have hair on my head.
You do?
Unlike that character.
I'm just saying your getup kind of looks like it.
Thank you.
That's what I'm going to pretend that you are for Halloween.
Fantastic.
Where's the what's
Love
that
it.
guy's name?
I don't remember.
I forgot Kelsey Grammer's in that movie as Stinky Pete.
Yes.
Big
Al.
Yeah.
Thank you,
It's
Brendan.
Wayne Knight playing Al McWiggin.
Yeah.
You're Al from Al's Toy Barn. Al McWiggin, nicknamed the Chicken Man by Andy's Toys.
Yes.
Isn't he wearing a maroon shirt in that deal?
I think that's one of them, yes.
Yes. Sorry, Frank.
Thank you.
Oh, now he's all upset. That's what the first thing that came to mind. I'm sorry. This is why you got to dress up. We almost pulled where's Cole Brooks in the chat? We almost decided to randomly.
They're
They're gonna forget about it. They're gonna forget about it.
All
In a
right,
year,
fine.
they're gonna forget about it. We almost decided to randomly, at a segment, change into a frog and hot dog suit for Frog and the Dog.
Mhm.
Frog to the natural casings. Rod, now I have to hide my toys. I'm bullying Frank. I don't know one. You bully him on a daily basis.
Braden dressing up as my bully for Halloween.
There it is. Frank, we're dressing as Toy Story characters. You could join us.
Thanks.
That's great. Can you give your best Newman impersonation?
No.
Hello, Newman. I can't believe I got to drive all the way to work on a Saturday. I love that bit. It's so funny. He drives across the street. The Chicken Man. Clay's going to mark it down. Yeah, Wayne.
exactly.
Hey, give me your best Wayne Knight impersonation of Al from Al's Toy Barn.
It's a show tradition when I do it.
That, you know what? That's true. That's true. At least
That's
one keeps it consistent.
That's a bit.
Okay, speaking of scary costumes, let's get to the scariest mascots.
It's college mascots. I've seen Gritty in the chat.
Yeah, well, those are current. These are like all time.
Yes.
What do we got here?
You ready to be
Nightmare Fuel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you want Nightmare Fuel?
That's right.
Buddy.
Oh my God.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
God, the old Big Red is horrific. What is the Nebraska with the giant thing of corn is hilarious. So, scariest mascots in college football history was put out by what? College football on Fox?
Yeah, college football on Fox on Twitter. We'll retweet it.
We'll retweet the image. Some of these are just horrific. What is Syracuse? Is that a clown?
Dude, I don't know.
Let's go in order. So the first one on the list is Florida. And the Florida Gator back in the black and white photos looks like a animatronic from Jungle Cruise.
Mm-hmm.
Wearing a sweater with an F on it. And it is a scary looking gator, let me tell you. Big Al from Alabama is a gigantic red elephant.
Yeah,
a crimson elephant.
It is a heffalump for sure.
That is, yeah, heffalumps and woozles. That is the heffalump part. Look at the ears on that thing. It's gigantic.
Ears are down to his waist.
Yes. I like regular Big Al now. What is that? That looks like the Arkansas Razorback and Big Al combined into one. Syracuse is a clown. I don't know. Is that supposed to be Otto the Orange?
I have no idea, but I think Brenton said it best. It's it. It's the inspiration for it.
It has to be. The old Big Red is a nightmare. That looks like Grimace's scary cousin.
That is Grimace with an addiction that you need to find your fix in a back alley somewhere.
That looks like backwoods West Kentucky is what that guy looks like.
Cincinnati.
What is that? Is that a Picasso painting? Cincinnati's mascot looks like he was created by Picasso. I don't even know. That's a Bearcat? It is so deformed. It doesn't make any sense. The TCU, the old Super Frog is hideous looking creature.
That is horrifying.
It is a hideous looking creature. And they always show that photo of the little girl kissing its like nose.
Yes, because that makes it more horrifying.
Yes. Yeah, the Bearcat does look like he was run over by a steamroller. Ohio State. I'm assuming that's Ohio State.
Yeah, it could be Ohio State. It could be Oklahoma State.
That is Brutus Buck Eye. Get it? Because he has the one eye.
Yeah.
He's just like, "Rrr." What's with all the sailor guys, by the way, for all the old mascots? Why does Nebraska have a corn?
The Cornhuskers.
I know,
dude.
but like, why would the mascot be corn? And the thing that's interesting about that on this graphic is the Nebraska corn is right above somebody that looks like Herbie Husker. like Nebraska was like, I don't like.
So Nebraska stole Indiana's
mascot.
mascot
The hell with the corn. Let's go take the Indiana Hoosier and turn it into Herbie Husker. Indiana's mascot looks like Herbie Husker, except he's got an I on his hat instead of an N. The Stanford tree is crazy anyway.
The Stanford tree, that's
a possessed being.
That's special, is what that is.
I would say that Purdue Pete is scarier now than he was in the 40s.
Yes.
And I didn't even want to start with NC State. I don't even know what that is.
NC State is. See, you thought Stanford was possessed by a demon. I think Stanford was possessed by NC State.
NC State's mascot looks like the image that you would show on like a History Channel or Discovery Channel about a mythical creature that was been spotted in the wild.
And
if they told me that was on a Bigfoot episode, I'd believe it.
NC State is your sleep paralysis demon.
Out of those 12?
No, 11.
11.
11, because the winner is NC State.
I was going to say, well, what's the scariest one? NC State, the Wolfpack?
NC State
is that
the
supposed to be a
scariest
wolf?
one. God,
Is that a wolf mask?
Is that supposed? I don't even know if it's supposed to be a being.
Who knows? I think the scariest ones are the NC State mascot. The West Kentucky one is. I mean, could you imagine? Here's the situation for you. You go into your garage at night, and the lights are out, and you're on of Halloween, and you flip the lights on, and you see that thing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Seriously, look at that thing. His mouth is all disformed. His eyes are just staring at you. I'm telling you right now, you are running away and screaming like a child.
Want to buy some car insurance?
Car insurance. That guy is knocking on your door asking for money to supply his
addiction.
Yeah,
yes.
well, yeah, it's not a joking matter. But
no, it's not. But it's
still
it's not a joke if it's factual.
I mean, that. Yeah, have fun sleeping tonight. Anybody that watched on YouTube, could you imagine? And here's the thing, Juan Ruiz, when you go home tonight, you better hope that thing is not sitting on your couch.
That
you better have left the light on before you left the house today.
NC State and Western Kentucky, those are the final boss of the haunted house. NC State is the final boss of the haunted house.
Okay.
Cincinnati's just funny. That's just hilarious. That's not scary. That's just hilarious.
I'm telling you right now, you better check your garage because the West Kentucky mascot's probably sitting under your car. That might be the scariest out of the group. I mean, you have to pick it. Although, if that Indiana guy just popped out of nowhere, I'd probably flip.
Yeah, that would be.
He'd be like, because he has a look on his face like he wants to end your life. Those are the scariest mascots in college football history.
Honestly, you know what? No, I'm giving it to Syracuse. I'm giving it to Syracuse.
Oh, I'm not afraid of clowns.
It's not that I'm afraid of clowns. It's that is a man.
It is a man
who didn't get into a felt costume that said, I am going to look like every child's nightmare willingly, repeatedly.
It's the eyes for me on Big Red. That's what it is. It's the eyes on Big Red. That is a scary looking mascot. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. Juan, am I being threatened? I'm just telling you. You are number one in the chat, which means that's where the West Kentucky mascot's going to go. That's not, he could have been in Monster Inc. Absolutely. When we come back, we're going to get to the whip around and call in to try to take me down in some candy trivia, and you will qualify for a chance to go to Vegas. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. And Wichita Shockers mascot's pretty scary too. We'll talk NFL when we come back and play the Midday Sports Standoff and get to your phone calls on the Braden Surprenant Show, Standing Room Sports Station 97 through the Fan. 12:42 and a happy Halloween. Spooky with the mascot stuff. I think people enjoyed that. Juan's going to be checking his room when he gets home. Almost immediately. Oh, for sure. If I get asked to go get something out of the garage tonight,
I'm turning the light on first and then poking my head in.
I'm sending my friend instead. She's going to go. You can go.
Wow, what a true,
you know what?
true gentleman.
So she's.
What do you
tough
think
enough.
this is? What do you think this is? A scary movie?
Yeah, possibly. She can go for me.
I meant the parody movie, not the
Moises Lopez. Thanks for joining us on the
Yes,
YouTube.
welcome into the show,
This is
bud.
Frank. I'm Braden. Guys been listening for a long time. First time on the YouTube. Thanks again. You
Welcome
can
in.
subscribe to our YouTube page in the description below. We appreciate you here. One, my girlfriend is checking under my bed as we speak. Yeah, good, smart. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. All right.
Again, Big Red goes to the house of the number one chatter of the day, and
he's still chatting.
YouTube has done that, so
he's still chatting. Juan. We only assigned that because Juan was throwing haymakers from the get-go on Frank.
Oh, YouTube calculates that. We don't have anything to do with that.
It's true. All right.
I could barely calculate anything on the show right now.
It's time for the midday sports standoff. We have 4 contestants. We're going to let the chat pick who the contestant is.
All right, so chat.
We're gonna pick a number
1 and 4. Well,
no. Pick a number 3, 4, 5, or 6.
Wait. Okay, I know how we do this.
How we're gonna do this?
I am going to put a poll in the chat.
Oh boy!
And then whichever one gets the answer, whichever one gets the most votes is who we take. So chat. So callers on the line. You guys are completely reliant on chat.
And they don't know what line they're on either.
Exactly.
So
don't know which line you're on. Chat doesn't know which line you guys are on. You guys don't know which line you're on. So if you guys want, you can do some
You're going to be doing
you can do some campaigning right now.
Well, it's not going to be anything. Juan wants to know. He's like, all right, I'll wear it. Wait, is it Big Red that's going to be at my house? Yes, Big Red. Uh-oh. Not great. Not the scary Big Red. The other Big Red's hilarious. I would love to have the other Big Red at my house.
Here we go. Getting the poll up now.
All right. Where's the poll?
Start poll. I said it's
come on.
It's almost there. Relax.
We're running out of time. Your question today is probably better, though. It's candy related. It's great.
Yes, it is.
All right. Poll question is
who plays the game?
3, 4, 5, and 6. Get your votes in.
4, 5, 6.
All right.
Poll is started.
All right.
So the poll is up. You guys vote on who gets to play the game. Of course, these jerks all pick 4. First 4 people.
Of
pick
course.
the 4 different answers.
Why? I mean, you set them up for that. You set them up for that. All right. As they're doing that, I'll tell you what they're playing for. These contestants are playing for an opportunity, the last day to qualify for a chance to win our grand prize, a trip for 2 to see Jerry Seinfeld in Las Vegas, including 2 tickets to the show on April 17th at the Coliseum at Caesars Palace, a 2-night stay at the Flamingo Hotel and Casino, and a $100 gas card. Jerry Seinfeld returns to the Coliseum at Caesars Palace on April 17th and 18th. See Ticketmaster.com for tickets. Hit the bumper. And then once the bumper is done, that will be the last of the voting.
Welcome to Midday Sports Standoff on the Braden Surprenant Show.
I can't believe what I'm seeing right now.
The ultimate head-to-head battle where sports knowledge and quick thinking collide.
No, it's no good. Are you kidding me?
Contestants will go toe-to-toe with Braden in a sports trivia deal where every correct answer brings them closer to victory.
Down the sideline! Wow! Unbelievable!
But 3 strikes and it's game over.
This is not Detroit, man. This is the Super Bowl.
Can you outsmart Braden? The Midday Sports Standoff starts now.
All right. It's between either 5 or 6. Anybody got a coin?
Guys, stop writing in the chat your numbers.
Bang, done.
All right,
Contestant
so
number
it's
6. Come on down.
Number 6 is Jason in San Diego. Jason, lucky number 6. Welcome in.
Congratulations.
Jason,
are you there? Oh, no.
Oh, for the love of it, please.
Bang. We'll see ya.
Okay, so next up was line 5. Oh, wait, he said he was there. Jason,
are you there?
There you are.
is.
There you
Wow,
are.
That
Okay.
was almost a disaster.
Yes, that was almost a disaster for
What
you.
a terrible idea.
Okay, so Question today. Based, according to Food and Wine magazine, what are the top 10 most popular Halloween candies? Now, I will, before I start getting yelled at, one of them is a variation off of the main thing. So it's like
what are we doing here? Am I gonna Chris L you right now?
No, you're not. I'm trying to think of a thing. It's like, okay, so you have Big League Chew and then you have Big League Chew Sour Apple. It's one of those things.
Oh, it's a like special flavor of the deal.
Yes, it is a flavor of thing. So before you guys yell at me, that's what it is. Jason, you have the first go.
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids is number 6 on the list.
This is chocolate and regular candy,
Yes,
right?
it is Halloween candy.
Reese's.
Reese's is number 1.
There you go.
Jason.
Snickers.
Snickers is number 5.
My turn? Oh.
Yeah, this is usually how this works.
I'll go with Twix.
Twix is number 9.
M&M.
M&M's is number 3.
I feel like that's the variation one. What about peanut M&M's? Bang.
Peanut M&M's is number 2.
So which ones do we have?
You have
Hershey bar.
Bang, that's off the list.
7. All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. So you need 4.
There's 3 left.
4, 8, and 10.
4, 8, and 10. Kit Kats.
Now you need 8 and 10.
Skittles.
Skittles is not there. You can still tie.
Milky Way.
No.
Milky Way is number 8. Jason,
Starburst.
you need to get this if you want to tie.
Starburst.
Not Starburst.
Baby Ruth
I
bar.
know what it should have been.
Not Baby Ruth.
Nerds.
Candy corn.
Candy corn.
No.
Circus peanuts. Definitely not. Black
Not
licorice.
Circus Peanuts.
Twizzlers.
Red vines.
Jeez. Okay.
What is the last
Jolly
one?
Rancher or Haribo?
Hold on.
Tootsie Roll.
Hold on. Time out.
Jolly Ranchers or Haribo?
Time out.
You better put them on mute. They'll just keep talking.
You guys each get one guess. If you both get it wrong, Jason, you're going to be qualified.
All right.
Jason, what is your guess?
We're both getting this wrong.
I'll go with the Haribo.
That is number 10.
Wow.
Jason, congratulations. You are legitimately qualified to go see Jerry Seinfeld. I will get to your information. during
What
the
was
break.
it?
It was the Haribo gummy bears.
Oh, the gummy bears.
Yes.
Gummy bears. Nice. Broken teeth. You mix them with ice cream. Good stuff.
That was good. Jocelyn.
She dropped the ball, man. She said she was going to call in, and then she was like,
we tried to wait for you, but then
You know what?
4 different people called. We're like, come on, call, girl, call. And you never called. Well,
I
you
think
did
she was
call.
taking
You
a picture
called
for
late.
the, she sent a picture of her at Sage Creek with all the costumes.
Tell them to bleep off.
I think she's Toucan Sam.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Look at,
Nice.
that's a great costume. Yeah, wait, you know what? Jocelyn's right. Work stuff first, but
Is it work stuff, or do you want to do work stuff on Halloween, or do you want to win a trip to Las Vegas?
to watch Jerry Seinfeld.
It's a trip to Las Vegas. You see, that's the thing.
They were all cereal. That's great. I like the combo stuff there. I like the themes.
Rod, don't.
Oh,
No.
no, foul.
That's a
Foul.
That's a no.
Foul.
Jeez.
What's the best costume you ever had? Growing up.
The best costume?
Yeah, the one you thought was the coolest that you had.
Oh,
Best one you ever saw at school.
God, I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
Come on.
I was like 4 years old. I dressed up as Jeff Gordon one year.
That's fun.
I had the whole suit and everything.
Oh,
Our landlord who lived downstairs from us took one look at me and said, "What are you, a chemical?" Because it was his sponsor was DuPont at the time.
I was an airplane one year.
Attaboy.
When I was really little, I think it was like 3 or 4. I wanted to be an airplane, and my dad made a paper mache like airplane. It was actually kind of sick.
Were you a Boeing or were you an Airbus?
I was neither. I was like a prop plane. I had a little propeller on the front. Too.
Plus
It
you
was
were
cool.
a Cessna.
Yeah. There you go. When are you going to make it out to the? Are you going to go to the Air and Space Museum next, or what's Train Museum, Air and Space Museum for you? Same day.
Oh, when is the Air? No, it's not going to be the same day because they're not free on the same day.
I know.
They're not free on the same Tuesday.
I think everybody in my family when they were little was a Pooh Bear at least once. The little costumes. I was a cowboy one year. I'm just remembering like pictures that I took. I'm trying to think of like other costume I was. I mean, I'm sure I was a football player once or twice. That's always easy. Baseball player. Let me just wear my Little League uniform.
Yeah, exactly.
And be lazy about it. Some kids have some funny uniforms. They have costumes, some funny costumes. I thought the funniest one I saw growing up as a kid was one of my friends was Roadkill. I mentioned this last week.
Yes, yeah.
He took like bunny ears like that he put on, and he took a chunk out of one of the ears, and then he drove a car over his t-shirt, put some red splatter. A great idea. It's better than some of the lame ones that you've seen. There's some pretty funny ones out there too.
Oh yeah, there's some great ones.
We got a lot of football to talk about in the next hour. We're giving away Aztec tickets in the next segment as well. Stay tuned for that. Braden Surprenant Show. One more hour to go on Halloween. San Diego's number one sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Stay tuned to when we go to break. After this segment of the NFL Whip Around, we are going to be giving away tickets to tomorrow's Aztec game against Wyoming. Game will kick off at 4 o'clock. If you're interested in getting tickets, go to goaztecs.com. After this segment, we will ask a trivia question going into break. You're the first one to call in and answer it correctly. You will win Aztec tickets. We got that? Everybody set? Ready to go?
Next segment during this upcoming break.
Correct.
Don't call in now because you don't know what the question is.
Anyway, the biggest fan contest returns on Monday. That's this Monday, November 3rd. Our grand prize is a night in the Odyssey Suite with 20 tickets for you and your friends to watch a future Padres game with the whole fan staff. Register your name at 973thefansd.com/biggestfan. And listen when we announce names each day at 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 5:30 for your chance to qualify. Do you want experience? If you want to know what the experience is like with that, just ask Rod. He was our biggest fan last year, the reigning biggest fan. He says he's given up his title, letting somebody else win it this year. Enter the contest, amigos, he says. And I agree, Rod. Rod's a full, perfect example. Something that was able to win. So anyway, that is that. It's time to talk some NFL football. Let's talk football. Let's talk football.
Let's do that.
Let's do it.
Let's talk some football. How about that? Last night, between the Baltimore Ravens and Miami Dolphins, Ravens taking a 28-6 win over the Dolphins. Again, as we mentioned earlier, the Dolphins and their general manager deciding to part ways earlier today, and Mike McDaniel pretty much has a stay of execution until the end of the season.
Yeah, last night's game was just the epitome of the Dolphins are so bad. But again, I told you, the Ravens are going to start climbing back into this thing because they got Lamar back, which means they can use Derrick Henry to his full potential. And they're going to play better than they did the last couple of weeks, and they have a very favorable schedule. Don't count out the Ravens yet in the playoffs. Exactly. Miami going in the direct opposite direction. They're not good.
No, they are not, unfortunately. First of the games on Sunday, the 4-3 Chicago Bears taking on the 3-5 Cincinnati Bengals. In Cincinnati, Bears favored by 2.5.
Bengals is coming off a loss to the Jets. The Bengals are bad. So the Bears, I don't know. The Bears are like struggling right now. They're okay. I thought the Bears would be. This is the year the Bears are supposed to be like a little bit better. I'm gonna take Chicago on the road.
Bears running back DeAndre Swift will record at least 100 rushing yards for the third time in the last 4 games.
If they win, it's kind of because of DeAndre Swift.
There you go. The 3-4 Minnesota Vikings taking on the 5-2 Detroit Lions. Lions favored by 9.5 in the friendly confines of Ford Field.
The friendly confines of Ford Field, he says. I like Detroit in this one. Minnesota's looked really bad. They're not going to, they have J.J. McCarthy back, right? Mm-hmm. It's going to be interesting to watch Aiden Hutchinson face off against J.J. McCarthy. Hutchinson described it as being exciting because of their strong relationship. Hutchinson and McCarthy played at Michigan in 2021. They won a Big Ten championship game and dreamed of reaching this point in their careers. Now they will compete for the first time in the NFL. Quote, I think I texted him when he got drafted, telling him I'll roll off a little bit on the end and try not to, Hutchinson said, smiling, but it's going to be fun. Both lost to TCU, of course. Vikings are the only NFL team with multiple sacks in every game this season. Take that for what it's worth. Minnesota 14-7 against the spread on the road since 2023. All 4 Vikings road games this season have gone over the total. That's your betting nugget of the game. I like Detroit. I think they cover the 9.5 against Minnesota in this one.
Aiden Hutchinson also coming off of that new contract extension that he got earlier this week as well. Lions quarterback Jared Goff will record a QBR under 50.
Sell that.
Yeah, I agree with that. The 4-4 Carolina Panthers taking on the 5-1 Green Bay Packers. 13.5 point favorites are the Pack going into this.
That's game. A large spread.
Yes, it is.
Bryce Young's back, apparently. He appears to be headed back to the starting lineup after missing this past Sunday's game because of a high ankle sprain. Things could look a little different for the offense, though. According to ESPN.com, Dave Canales, the coach, strongly suggested he will give Rico Dowdle a heavier workload and ditch the alternating series with Chuba Hubbard, calling what Dowdle has done as excellent. So expect more Rico Dowdle on Sunday against the Packers. Jordan Love was on the hottest streak of his career this past Sunday when he completed 20 straight passes. I knew it was going well, Matt LaFleur said, but I guess in the moment I didn't realize it was going that well. Love's start to the season, 13 touchdowns, 2 picks, and a 70.9% completion rate, reminiscent of his 8-game stretch to finish the 2023 season. Stat to know, the Packers have only 4 takeaways this season, which is tied with the Ravens for second fewest in the NFL. That being said, they beat Carolina. I think Carolina makes it closer than 13.5, though.
Yeah, I would absolutely believe that. Packers wide receiver Christian Watson will record another 85-plus yard game.
I will buy that. Panthers are also 12-4 against the spread in their past 16 games as underdogs.
The 3-5 San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Giants at 2-6 at MetLife. Giants dogs by 2.5 at home.
I don't know what to make of the Giants. They're a team that loses to like the Saints. They're a team that beats a team as good as the Chargers. They don't have Cam Scatabo now.
Niners came off of a surprising loss last week.
Texans beat their ass. Tyrone Tracy Jr., he had a good fantasy year last year. I mean, might be his time to shine a little bit. I like the Niners on the road. I'll take them minus 2.5.
David Vu, I'm sorry I'm dyslexic. That's not my fault. Giants wide receiver Wan'Dale Robinson will record 7 or more receptions.
I got him in fantasy. I need him to do that. So yes,
there you go.
We're gonna put positive energy into the world here.
The 5-3, David. Los Angeles Chargers taking on the 1-7 Tennessee Titans. Titans 9.5 point dogs at home.
Chargers by 10. The Titans are so bad. They're so bad.
Chargers defensive end, insert Samoan name here, will record 2+ sacks.
Sure. Somewhat of a revenge game for the Chargers, apparently. 7 players spent time in Tennessee. That group includes Tier Tart, Elijah Molden, Bud Dupree, and Molden was traded for the 7th-round pick after training camp last season. Said he doesn't have added motivation playing the Titans. Quote, the move was great for me, so it's almost like, thank you, he said, laughing. Yeah, playing in Tennessee right now would suck. They're so bad. They have set their franchise back 10 years. Eddie George said about the owner of the Titans. I totally agree. I know they got Cam Ward, but at this point in time, all the decisions the Titans have made that franchise catastrophically bad. Stat to know for this game, the Titans are seeking to avoid losing 4 straight games by double digits for the first time since the franchise relocated to Tennessee ahead of the 1997 season. That ain't going to happen. They're losing by double digits again on Sunday. And if they don't, that's a catastrophic failure by the Chargers.
For anyone who is taking betting advice, which would be a very, very poor thing to do with Dip and Bleep over here running the show, who is that insert Samoan name here for the Chargers?
Tuli.
That's fine. I'm not going to make
Tuipulotu?
Yeah, I'm not going to make you say that then.
Titans are 1-6 against the spread in their past 7 games.
3-4 Atlanta Falcons taking on the 6-2 New England Patriots. I can't make a joke.
The Pats, baby.
Yeah, Patriots are favored by 5.5. I was gonna make a 28-3 joke, but I couldn't bring myself to do it.
App's not listening. He's in Atlanta right now.
What
a terrible weekend for him to be in Atlanta to rewatch this matchup.
That did not even cross my mind.
I got the Patriots in this game. They're playing good football. Drake May's playing great football. Patriots are firing all cylinders at 6-2. Falcons are treading in the wrong direction. And the only way the Falcons have a chance of winning this game is if they can just have Bijan Robinson have a hell of a day. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I think the Patriots cruise to a victory. They cover the 5.5.
Patriots quarterback Drake May will lead the league in QBR this week.
Buy it against that Falcons team. Absolutely. Betting nugget. Falcons are 6-14 against the spread in their past 20 games as underdog. Give me the Patriots.
Nate, it would be kind of hard. It would be impressive if he went to that game because it's in New England.
It is in New England.
The 7-1 Indianapolis Colts taking on the 4-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers 3.5 point dogs at home.
I'll take Indianapolis.
You're finally believing.
The Steelers are not good.
Okay.
I totally believe in the here's the deal. Like the Colts offensive line is nasty. The whole time, like, how is Daniel Jones? I'm like, oh, I know why. His offensive line's badass. Yeah, the Colts have the best offensive line in the NFL, at least from what I've seen. I don't know if what the metrics are. Yeah, Colts are going to destroy the Steelers. Steelers are trash.
So this is what it's like to have somebody block for you.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I have time to throw. This is great. I have a running game with Jonathan Taylor, and he gets like untouched.
Steelers running back Riley Moss will record Steelers running back Jalen Warren will record under 4 yards per carry in this game.
Yes, I'll buy that. He'll get shut down, and then they're going to give it to Kenneth Gainwell instead, and he's going to save my fantasy team.
The 6-2 Denver Broncos taking on the 3-4 Houston Texans. Texans are actually favored in this game by 1.5 points.
It's in Houston?
Yes.
I'll take the Texans in this one. They're playing a lot better than they were at the beginning of the season. I'll take the Texans.
Broncos cornerback Riley Moss will record a 12% target rate or lower. I hate nerds.
They're just not going to throw it to his side. I'll buy that.
4-3 Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the 2-5 Vegas Raiders at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. 2.5-point dogs at home are the Raiders.
I'll take Jacksonville. Raiders are not good.
Jaguars cornerback Greg Newsome II will allow a touchdown in coverage.
Yes.
Cool.
I'll buy it.
The 1-7 New Orleans Saints in Los Angeles taking on the Rams, who are 5-2. You want to talk about a big spread?
14.5.
Try 14.5.
The Saints are so bad. They're the worst team in the NFL. I think the Jets would beat the Saints right now. I don't think the Jets are the worst team anymore after they beat the Bengals. The Saints are the worst team in the NFL. And it's by far.
It's hard to lose on a bye week.
It is hard to lose on a bye week. Saints are 2-6 against the spread this season, tied for the worst record in the NFL. I will take the Rams to cover the 14.5 if the Saints are the worst team. 2-6 against the spread in the last 8 games. Yeah.
Rams
terrible.
cornerback Darius Williams will have a pick.
Yeah. Have you seen Spencer Rattler throw the ball?
Spencer Rattler is not starting. They have gone
to
they've gone with
Tyler
him
Show?
for the entire season.
Yeah. He throws picks too.
There
He
you
also
go.
is not very good. Yeah, he was out of camp, not good enough to beat out Spencer Rattler, and they've given Spencer Rattler 8 weeks to figure it out.
Yep. The 5-3 Kansas City Chiefs versus the 5-2 Buffalo Bills. I'm surprised that Buffalo is the dog in this game. 2.5 points.
This is the 10th matchup between Mahomes and Allen, including the playoffs.
Emily Martin's in the chat asked us to
be nice to her Chiefs. What do we have to be nice to the Chiefs for? Since 1950, no quarterbacks under 30 have faced off more from different divisions than Mahomes and Allen. Part 10. Allen is 4-1 outright and against the spread against Mahomes in the regular season, including 4 straight wins and covers. I'll take the Bills at home.
Yeah.
It's not a playoff game, so of course they're going to win.
The Bills will record multiple 30-plus yard gains on crossing routes.
We are
nerds.
Yeah, sure, I guess. What's they run crossing routes 13% of the time, second most in the NFL, while the Chiefs, despite having a good pass defense, has allowed 0.77 EPA per play against targeted cross routes. That is a dumb prediction.
I hate nerds
yeah,
so
that's
much.
Way too nerdy.
5-2 Seattle Seahawks versus the 3-5 Washington Commanders. Commanders, once again, home dogs, 2.5 points.
They've been a
Sunday night
massive disappointment.
Yes. Again, a lot of it has to do with injuries, though.
The Seahawks aren't sure which Commanders quarterback they'll face on Sunday, either Jaden Daniels or Marcus Mariota, which makes it a little bit different for planning purposes. But Seattle's better than Washington. Washington's been awful all year. A massive disappointment. I'm taking Seattle.
Commanders linebacker Bobby Wagner will lead the league in combined tackles.
I'll buy that.
And the Monday night game, which we're going to get to now because we always discuss something over it. The 2-5.
How about this for a nerdy stat? Commanders are 11-26-1 against the spread in primetime games since 2013. What do I do with that information? What seriously? Like, what do I do with that information?
You pick
between since 2013. Like,
You pick between the 2-5 Arizona Cardinals and the 3-4-1 Dallas Cowboys on Monday Night Football. Dallas is favored by 2.5. That is what you do with that information.
ESPN put that game on Monday Night Football at the beginning of the season and thought it was going to be a good matchup.
Yeah.
You know what? YouTube TV, you're not missing out on much when it comes to NFL.
Praise be the YouTube TV.
Yeah. I'll take the Cowboys at home. Cowboys are better at home.
Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray, if he plays, will record his highest air yards per attempt game this year.
I'll buy
his
that because
previous high was 7.
I'll buy that because the Cowboys defense is non-existent. It's like
There
Swiss
you
cheese. It stinks and there's holes in it.
So there is our Week 9 NFL whip around.
I'm going to go back to that 11, 26, and 1 against the spread in primetime games since 2013. How many players have on this team in Washington were on teams in 2013, 14, 15, 16? Most of those kids were in college or high school that are on the Commanders right now.
I need the Homer Simpson nerd drop for this segment.
You also need the Denver Broncos one. So every time we go to the Denver Broncos, it's Homer going, the Denver Broncos.
I also need the SNL, the Bears.
You need that one too. You need the Let's Talk Football from Remember the Titans.
Yeah, all right. I got to make a list of things to do this weekend.
Wyoming Cowboys are in town. We'll talk about them and the Aztecs in the next segment. But we want to get to a trivia question about San Diego State football. And we want to talk about whether San Diego State football is, let's see if we can, all right, here it is. San Diego State is looking to win their first Mountain West championship since they beat Wyoming and Josh Allen in this year. When was the last year San Diego State won the Mountain West championship game? 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. If you call in and answer that question correctly with the correct year, you will win tickets to see San Diego State play that Wyoming team. Well, not that Wyoming team, but Wyoming this Saturday at Snapdragon Stadium. Kickoff is at 4:00. If you need tickets, go to goaztecs.com. What was the last year San Diego State won the Mountain West championship game in football? They beat Wyoming 27-24. Rocky Long was the head coach. First one to call in and tell me the year, you will win tickets to the Aztecs game on Saturday. When we come back, we will talk about the Wyoming Cowboys and the matchup against San Diego State as we continue on the Braden Surprenant Show, San Diego's number one sports station, 97 through the Fan. Congratulations to Mike in Vista for winning the tickets, getting the trivia question correctly. San Diego State trying to, this season, win a Mountain West championship for the first time since 2016, when they beat the Wyoming Cowboys in Laramie, Wyoming, 27-24. They had lost to Wyoming a couple of weeks prior to finish the season, 34-33. The Aztecs that season were going to host the Mountain West Championship game, and then they lost back-to-back games to Wyoming and then got blown out by Colorado State, 63-31, to go 9-3. Then they played Wyoming in the Mountain West Championship game. They won 27-24. They got paired up with Houston that year in the Las Vegas Bowl and beat Houston 34-10. That was back in 2016. We did have a gentleman call in and be like, I was at the game. It was 2015. Well, they did win a Mountain West Championship game in 2015. They beat Air Force in 2015 at Qualcomm Stadium. That was in 2015. They then went to Hawaii to play in the Hawaii Bowl, and they beat Cincinnati 42-7.
And I'm not going to lie, I argued with you on it because I remembered San Diego State did their 10-year anniversary for the Mountain West Championship. I thought that was the last one, but you were right. It was 2016.
They won in 2016 as well. In 2019, they still won the Mountain West Division, but they lost the tiebreaker to Hawaii. So Hawaii got to go to the Mountain West Championship game. And the last time they were in the Mountain West Championship game was 2021. They got smoked by Utah State, and they hosted that game, but it was at StubHub Center, whatever that place, Dignity Health Sports Park or something like that. They got blown out. Then they went to the Frisco Bowl and beat UTSA. So there you go. They will play Wyoming coming up on Saturday. Let's talk about Wyoming football. 4-4 on the year. Both San Diego State and Wyoming enter this one riding high after rivalry shutouts. San Diego State blanked Fresno State 23-0 to keep the old oil can, while Wyoming hammered Colorado State 28-0 in the border war to reclaim the bronze boot. The bronze boot. Now they meet in San Diego in a game that won't carry the same rivalry emotion, but might carry just as much importance. San Diego State 6-1, 3-0 in the Mountain West, looking to stay unbeaten in league play, while Wyoming, who's 4-4 and 2-2, is fighting for bowl eligibility down the stretch. San Diego State's already bowl eligible. Jay Sovwell is in his first full season as the head coach after replacing legendary Craig Bohl, who put Wyoming back on the Mountain West map with 6 bowl trips in a decade. Sovwell's a defensive mind, longtime coordinator at Wake Forest in Minnesota, and that identity is already showing. Wyoming was 3-9 last year, so a 500 record in late October already marks some pretty good progress. Offensively, very simple for the Wyoming Cowboys. Physical and old school ball, not exactly explosive. They average 21 points per game, which is 111th in the country, and have struggled badly in the red zone, scoring on just 79% of trips inside the 20, which is 103rd in the FBS. Caden Anderson's a junior. He's their quarterback. He's 146 for 245. He's got 1,634 yards on the season, 11 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. Steady but unspectacular. More of a game manager than a playmaker. At his best when he's paired with a run game and play action. The top playmakers for Wyoming, Chris Durr, who's a junior, has 37 catches as a wideout, 398 yards, 4 touchdowns. He is Anderson's number one target. Michael Fitzgerald's a receiver, graduate player. He's only got 6 catches, but 3 of them went for touchdowns, and he is very popular in the red zone. Samuel Tote Harris, the freshman running back, 76 carries, 430 yards, and a touchdown, emerging as the future of the offense. They also have running backs Sam Scott and Taron Kelman. Scott's got 68 carries for 346 and 2 tuds, and Taron Kelman's got 50 carries for 302 and 4 touchdowns. Wyoming used package plays with backup quarterback Landon Sims in the red zone last week against Colorado State. A lot of design runs, misdirections to shake up a very stagnant attack. Savo says that they put more stress on defenses with those wrinkles, and it's worked out at least early in the season. Defensively for Wyoming, this is their moneymaker. Savo's a defensive-minded coach. This is the heartbeat of their team. Their defense is top 35 nationally in scoring, 19.8 points per game allowed, and top 30 against the pass with 183.8 yards per game. The run defense, not as stout, giving up 159 yards per game on the ground, 91st in the country, but they're fundamentally sound and rarely beaten over the top. They do have the little bit of a shutout swagger after last week. 28-0 victory over Colorado State meant more than just a rivalry. It validated that defense for Wyoming. Even the reserves held firm in the red zone late to prevent the shutout. A couple of names to look out for on the Wyoming defense. Braden Johnson, spells his name wrong with a Y, 48 tackles, 2 interceptions, emotional leader and tone setter. Evan Eller's got 46 tackles, quick sideline to sideline linebacker. Ben Florentine, nose tackles, got 5 sacks, and he's the anchor up front and disruptor inside. Desmond Hearns, safety, 2 picks, steady presence and coverage. Physical at the point of attack, well-coached in coverage, thrive on third down, and in situational football. It's good, in my opinion, that San Diego State's playing this game at home. I really believe that this is good news that they're playing them at home. Got to be able to establish that running game again. San Diego State's running game, pretty good. Defensively for Wyoming, not a great run defense. Get the ball to Lucky Sutton. Get the ball to Byron Cardwell. Get the ball to Christian Washington. Have them ground and pound on Saturday. And then Denigle's got to make a couple of throws over the top to keep them honest so they don't load the box. And San Diego State should be able to win fairly easily, I think, against Wyoming. They're better than Wyoming across the board. Can't let Wyoming be a little bit of a trap game. They got to go to Hawaii after that and Boise State. It's going to be a tough 3-game stretch in a row as the Aztecs try to get into the Mountain West Championship game, but also it would be nice for them to host the Mountain West Championship game. We keep saying it on the broadcast. We keep saying it on the show. San Diego State, as we picked at the beginning of the season, I thought they'd win 8 games at the beginning of the season. I said, take the over on wins at 4.5. Take the over. They're going to win all over that. And they did. They surpassed that number. But again, as things progress, and you're going to watch Navy play UNT this weekend, and you're going to watch how the American Athletic Conference plays out, San Diego State, it is in the realm of possibilities that not only is San Diego State in the Mountain West Championship game, not only is could San Diego State potentially host said Mountain West Championship game. If the Aztecs beat Boise State in a couple of weeks here at Snapdragon Stadium, they will host the Mountain West Championship game at Snapdragon Stadium. And there is a possibility, it might be slim, but there's a possibility that the Aztecs could be hosting a Mountain West Championship game against Boise State with the winner going to the college football playoff. With every week that San Diego State wins, that situation gets more and more prominent to becoming reality. It becomes more and more like it's going to happen. So this is another pivotal game. I think the season that the Aztecs are having for football, if they can continue this pace and finish the season 10-2, this is the type of season that San Diego State football is going to help save them in the grand scheme of things of conference realignment. They got to be able to get the football program up to par. We know everything about the basketball program. Basketball for San Diego State is top-notch. It's a top 25 team. It's a top 25 program all the time. The thing that's going to keep San Diego State out of the next round of conference realignment. And if you're San Diego State, like the Pac-12 right now is a good placeholder, but you want to make sure you're putting yourself in a position to make a power conference when they do this again. They're going to do this again. There's going to be there's going to be more TV contracts that expire that need to be renewed, and that's when everybody starts flipping conferences. They need to build off of this football season. This could be the season that really saves that athletic department. That's dramatic. I am a dramatic person, but I'm going to tell you, that's kind of what's at stake this year. That's why this game on Saturday is huge for the Aztecs, and the next one, and every game that's the next game is the next important game on the schedule. But they should be able to handle Wyoming at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Also this weekend, game 2 of the best of 3 series between San Diego FC and Portland. A win for San Diego FC, they advance to the conference semifinals in the MLS. And to talk more about that, joining us in the next segment, Drake Hills, to give us the full input on what's going on in the MLS Cup playoffs. We will talk to him to finish up the show on a Friday. San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Final segment of the week, final segment of the day on Halloween. Adam, we did not get to high school football today. A lot of good games on tonight, just like last night. About 13 or 14 games last night throughout San Diego County. We'll try to recap everything that happened in this weekend and get ready for playoffs next week in high school football here in San Diego. But to finish up our week, every single week, we have Drake Hills on the Fan Hotline. All guests on 97 through the Fan join us on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. This hour on 97 through the Fan is brought to you by Toyota of Poway, voted San Diego's #1 Toyota dealer by USA Today, with APRs as low as 0% and tons of new Toyotas on the ground. No tricks, only treats during the Trucktober sales event happening now only at Toyota of Poway or online at toyotapoway.com in the heart of San Diego. San Diego FC is getting ready to take on Portland for the second time of the best of 3 series in the Audi 2025 MLS Cup playoffs. And to talk more about tomorrow's matchup between Portland and San Diego, here is Drake Hills. Drake, happy Halloween.
Hey, happy Halloween to you. Happy Friday, and MLS Cup playoffs is in the thick of it. And there's a lot of close matchups. I don't think this is one of them, but I'm happy to talk through it, man.
Let's talk about San Diego and Portland, obviously, to get things started. That's the match that we care about the most. All the games have now, or all the series, if you will, have already gotten underway. A lot of them are spread out over the last handful of days. So game 2, San Diego and Portland. What have you seen out of these two teams in the last really 3 meetings, last 2 meetings leading up to a third, because they ended the regular season against each other and then got to play each other again in the playoffs? What have you seen from San Diego FC against Portland in these matchups?
Well, so far, it's something that we talked about ahead of game 1 in this round of 1 series, best of 3 between San Diego FC and the Portland Timbers, was the depth. We talked about the insertion of Chucky Lozano, whether or not he was going to play. If he didn't, who was going to step up? If he did, who was going to move out the way? Now, the reality is that Corey Baird did get the start in that 9 spot, and so we did not see Chucky Lozano starting for this team. I do think we will see him at some point. Now, whether this series stays at 2 games and San Diego wins game 2, or will this series come back to San Diego for a decisive game 3? But the reality is that when you have some MLS All-Star caliber players like a Yepes First, Teverskov, obviously Oni Valakari has played as a false 9 before. He was more so part of a midfield 3 during this game 1. We saw a lot of depth with that. And then secondly, Anders Dreyer showing that he deserves to be the 2025 Landon Donovan MLS MVP, you know, getting what you can say as a insurance goal, obviously going up 2-0 early in the first half. Going up against this same Portland side at Portland, it's going to be tough, but you did it on decision day. But this is a little bit different. This is MLS Cup playoffs, and this is a team that is very experienced. Felipe Mora, Diego Chara has won an MLS Cup. You have a Kamal Miller who's very experienced. You have a couple of guys, Ariel Lassiter, Eric Miller is very experienced, Christian Paredes. This is a team that has depth in terms of playoff experience as well. So this isn't going to be easy from a competitive standpoint, but I do think if I'm going to predict this one, San Diego will move on Saturday night, 2-0, moving on, beating the Timbers.
I was about to ask, do you think the series comes back to Snapdragon Stadium? Drake says no. San Diego's going to win 2-0 on his prediction for tomorrow's game at 6:30. Let's talk about the other games in the Western Conference. We'll start with the other game that is going to be playing at the exact same time in the Western Conference. That'll be Dallas and Vancouver. Vancouver leads the series 1-0. That game will be underway at 6:30, as mentioned before. Can Dallas force a game 3?
It's going to take some serious work. I thought that Dallas was a team that San Diego would have loved to play in round 1. But of course, you know, Dallas is able to get to that 7th seed, and that's why they're going up against Portland, Vancouver. further up in the Cascadia region. But listen, I think I'm a little concerned with how that game panned out with Vancouver. You're at home. You're one of the best teams in the West, having one of the better home records in the West. And just looking at how the game set up, you had 22 shots on goal. Not on goal, 22 shots total, 10 on goal if you're Vancouver, versus an FC Dallas team that basically hunkered down, had no shots whatsoever, yet you were still able to come out with the win. But I just think from an efficiency standpoint, what's it to say that Dallas is going to pull off some sort of a similar tactician battle and try to essentially create some sort of stubborn back line, low block play where they're just going to focus on the counter and try to get you that way? That's a little bit of a slippery slope if I'm Vancouver. So I'm looking at that matchup as I think Vancouver will still take care of business, but it is a little less of a guarantee for me, given how they were able to go up against Dallas at home and, quite frankly, weren't as decisive and clinical offensively.
Talking with Drake Hills, who is a contributing writer for Black Players for Change. He also is a contributing writer to ESPN.com. Covers soccer for us each and every Friday, Soccer 101, here on the Braden Surprenant Show. Let's talk about the other matchups in the Western Conference. Sunday, it's Austin and LAFC. LAFC going to advance without having to go back to LA, or are they going to get Spanos cursed and have to play a game 3?
Yeah.
Did you see that tweet earlier this week with the Chargers wishing LAFC the best of luck?
Yeah, it's interesting too, because I do think a lot of the anti-Chargers fandom, they did not like the homage to the LT era, wearing the navy with the bolts. For some reason, I don't know who decided this, to put the numbers on the helmets. That was some decision. But anyway, getting back on topic, I think this is an LAFC team. We talked about it going into the playoffs. They kind of didn't end the regular season quite well, just in terms of their form. They had that 5-game advantage because of Club World Cup and a whole bunch of other tournaments that they were playing in over the summer. But still, it's kind of a similar fashion as Vancouver. Like, LAFC owned this game offensively. Not only did they own it in terms of creating chances, but even just the overall possession of the ball. So I think that this is going to be probably one of those games, Braden, where we might see a PK shootout. We might see a 1-1 PK shootout, and may the best 5 penalty kickers win. And that's going to be the way that LAFC might move on against a Austin FC team that hasn't really been at its best this year, but is certainly very talented in their own right.
Seattle's playing Minnesota for game 2. Minnesota leads the series 1-0. How does San Diego match up between those two? Don't want to put the cart before the horse, but that is the pairing that is matched up with San Diego FC should they advance this weekend.
Yeah, if you're San Diego FC, you want to see Seattle come to town later in November. This is a team that San Diego FC is able to fare well against. Obviously going back to July and just absolutely destroying Seattle in the first half, putting a few goals into the back of the net. But going against Minnesota, just taking a look at this round 1 matchup, I actually watched this one, and the fact that Minnesota was able to take advantage of home field advantage, going back to almost a week ago, earlier this week, 3-2 in penalty kicks. That was a game that Seattle should have won, quite frankly. They played an incredible game on the road. It's unfortunate Danny Mashofsky, the number 9, the central striker for Seattle, had 2 incredible crosses coming into the box. He was diving in centrally and just couldn't put the ball on frame, couldn't put the ball in the back of the net and convert. And unfortunately, Seattle goes home after revving themselves up, getting ready for a tough game at the Loons. I think that's going to be a game, and it's going to be a series that's going to go to the full 3, Braden. I think this is going to be a rematch, Seattle, Minnesota, back for game 3. So I do think Seattle takes game 2.
Drake, we appreciate the time as always. Thanks again for giving us an update on the MLS Cup playoffs. Look forward to talking to you again next week, hopefully talking about a conference semifinal matchup for San Diego FC.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, hopefully it's going to be the Seattle Sounders. And in the meantime, I'm going to be watching my Ducks as we got a couple of Big Ten brawls against Iowa and Minnesota coming up later this month. So, but I guess go Horned Frogs as well.
Now we got a bye week. It's great. Can't lose on a bye week, Drake. It's the best news. Don't have to worry about that. Got to talk to you next week, Drake. That's the thing. Good games coming up for the Frogs. And speaking of college football, and it is Halloween, we have to get to this, Frank. We have to get to the breakdown of candy by Mike Leach.
Yes.
Here's Mike Leach. Ha! Pulled a fast one.
I was going to say, I thought you were going to lead into that a little bit
more. I mean,
Jesus.
this is Mike Leach's post game, Mississippi State. Back in the a handful of years ago, when they asked him about candy, and he's got a minute diatribe about the best Halloween candy.
We talked about on the broadcast how you hate candy corn. What's your favorite Halloween
candy corn? I mean, I completely hate candy corn. When I was a kid, well, gummy bears. Let's see. Gummy bears for sure.
Sour or regular?
The Haribo. It's got to be the Haribo ones. And then the other thing I like is when they used to have the sprees in a box. Outstanding. You have to go to the dollar store to find it, but I do. And then the latest, there's still candy innovation. Although a while back I found that Europe had better candy than we did overall because they have gummy everything. And then, they have those Nerds clusters, which is new.
The gummy.
Yeah, which is good. The Nerds clusters is good. And then if you go chocolate, probably Almond Joy.
Love it. Hopefully you'll get some of that next week.
Yeah, we'll see.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Throwback to Mike Leach. Rest in peace.
Love it. I'm going to save this so we have it every year.
Have it every year. He's a guy that loved gummy stuff, I guess. The Nerds clusters. Well, that was from the top rope.
Who doesn't?
No Reese's love. The Almond Joy. That is an older person thing for sure, dude. The Almond Joys. Really?
It's like a Werther's lover.
Nice. I will be consuming some Reese's peanut butter cups tonight at some point.
Again, it's because I'm not old enough for this. If you're old enough in the chat, where do you get those strawberry, like the foil that looks like a strawberry? The hard candies.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Other than your grandparents' house, where do you actually purchase those?
Yeah, during the holidays, it's like I don't know who has those. I don't know.
Like where?
Woods loves Almond Joys. Of course he does. That just shows your age if you like Almond Joys.
Right. No, I know you get them at your grandparents' house, but where do you actually purchase them?
Walmart, bro. Dollar Tree, the dollar store.
Oh,
one says there's some at Walmart.
Well, I guess now I know.
Now you know. Hey, now you know.
Now I know for when I'm older, go to Walmart, and then I could be every stereotypical old person.
Yeah, you can have it frozen like the gummy bears. David Vu. I love those strawberry things. We had a lot of gummy bear conversation today. We've now gone full circle.
They're good.
Everybody.
Who doesn't love a good Haribo gummy bear? Seriously.
I like gummy bears. Ask me anything about candy. I'll be consuming a Reese's tonight. At least one, maybe two. Sometimes, we give out the king size bar. I will grab the king size Reese's and hide it somewhere.
There are times where I'll get the random Hershey bar every now and again. That's not a normal.
Do you break it off and eat in little cubes, or do you eat it like a psycho?
No, I break the cubes.
Okay, I'm just asking. Putting gummy bears on ice cream and eating a Hershey's bar straight up. Psychotic.
This is the guy who's scared to get on a Boeing.
That's right. It's true. Talk to you guys next week. Happy Halloween.